Okay, you can hear me now. Okay, we're having a little bit of an issue with the thing. Let's see if I can fix it. Okay, you can hear me now. Okay, we're having a little bit of an issue with the getting a little bit of echo in there. But hopefully the stream looks clearer now for you guys. It looks a lot clearer on my end now. So hopefully that works out better for everybody. I hope so. He's going, he's going, he's gone! It's fine on YouTube. Hey, Ladera, have you watched my streams before? Because I made some changes that should hopefully improve the quality of what you're seeing. That's what I'm hoping. Stupid porters teleporting everywhere. Teleport away from that. Well, it's getting clear? Good, good. So, I didn't realize this. Nobody really complains about it. But I play in 1440, but I was streaming in 1080. And so, in doing so, I would imagine, and I think when I go back and watch the videos, it looks kind of fuzzy. So it should look more crystal clear now. It should be clear to see the text and stuff because I fixed that, I think. But it did require me to increase my stream bitrate, it's called, from 6800 to something like 13,000, which should be okay because I have a pretty solid connection to the internet from here. You need to change keybinds to the nearest enemy? Nah. Most of the time, just double clicking on the power targets the nearest enemy with that power. Usually. I don't use the keyboard buttons a whole lot for targeting. But every once in a while I'll tab depending on the situation. I don't have enough energy and endurance to finish this fight. Hopefully don't follow me down the elevator. Princess needs a full endurance bar there. Let me email this to myself. Psst. What are you doing? What? What do you want from me, cat? I hate these force field generators. They're such a pain in the butt. Do you guys ever feel like the game uses like the XCOM method of rolling, where it will say you have 95% chance, but you'll miss like 3 times in a row, which is like mathematically very difficult, but they do it anyways? Oh my gosh. Give me 1 second. The cat needs to go out. 1 second, guys. Swear boo. Okay, done. Done, I say done. All right. You can die, and you can die. I have 5 attack powers. I still have times where I'm like, everything's on cooldown. Okay, that's taken care of. So what you working on tonight, Ladera? Stupid porters. Get over here and take your lumps. Oh, come on. I swear, you're just trying to get through these guys, and one of these damn force field generators come up, and suddenly your chances to hit plummet from 95 to like 57. And you're like, seriously? Oh, come on. So my last chance to hit is 57%. Give me a break. Conk. Conk. I hate these fucking force field generators. I'm not gonna lie. These things are just BS. Die. Everything must die. So many deaths, so little time. I swear, every time you see one of these force field generators just show up, you just want to roll your eyes, right? And I think Ladera must be gone. Never answer my question. Sad. Oh, I think I was asking. What was I asking? And they protect you and block the Sky Raiders. Yeah, if you can't confuse, I'm playing a brute. Brutes don't have a lot of ways to confuse enemies. How you doing tonight, Uncle Sloth? I appreciate your comments from earlier. It has been a little bit of a rough week, but nothing that ultimately I can't work past or whatever have you. I'm an old guy. I'm not generally like completely dissuaded by the naysayers and stuff like that. I have a little bit of a thick skin. Oh my gosh. How long? Come on, tram. Let's move it. I hated that superheroes away for the next tram. It just feels so ghetto. No, I'm an old guy. I just make it look good because the hair coloring for men. Totally. Hey, Uncle Slotho Ladera, were any of you on the stream last night? Oh gosh, this thing's all the way up here. I really love having wings on a character like this. I love how they flap. It feels very cool and kind of realistic. Yeah. Wasn't that a hoot last night where, what's his name, was like Jacob Rage or whatever, Joseph Rage or whatever was in the channel? Maybe he'll come back tonight. You lurk till you count a task force? Yeah. So I'll leave it up to you guys. If like he shows back up again, should I just kick him out, or do you like to see how much fun I can have trolling the troll? You get to decide on that. He was watching the villains mission. That was very fun. Was it the villains mission that was fun, or was the fact that I was trolling the troll that was very fun? As I whack a bunch of spectral knights here with my scrapper. I'm kind of debating, by the way, a scrapper question. And I'll pose it after I finish this mission and see what you guys think. But I'll finish this mission first. They're too bulky when not in use. Hey, Chris, how you doing today? I mean, yeah, they do definitely take a lot of real estate behind the character when they're not in use, right? They can definitely be pretty bulky, that's for sure. Yeah, I was showing them villain stuff yesterday, yeah, and I was kind of showing them around and get him kind of started and running villain and Ouroboros and all that other fun jazz. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So we were doing some villain stuff. And plus, I was definitely chatting with one of my detractors yesterday. That was part of the fun as well. Ooh. Got a lot of bad guys in here. So many powers on cooldown. Wow. It says up at the top, my last head chance will be like 80%, and I'll miss like 3 times in a row. You did the Augustine Task Force earlier, but the badge didn't pop for you. Sounds like typical City of Heroes jank. It'd be like that, right? I've tried Villain Side and I'm too directionally challenged to figure out the city. I always get lost, never made out of the first city. You'll find it a lot easier if you take Fly early in your life. You know, by level 8 you need Fly. Period. It's not an option. It's not an option. Oh, you don't apologize, Uncle Sloth. I know people are busy with things. But yeah, the question I was asking for those of you watching the stream last night, we definitely had, what's his name, Joseph Rage or Jacob Rage or something like that. And he was definitely one of my detractors. Definitely one of those people who feels like leading people astray with my videos and such. And he was very critical. And I basically, he's been trolling me a lot on my Discord server, so I banned him. And then he sought to kind of troll me, during the stream last night. But I felt like I was able to turn that around and troll him instead. So I was just seeing how you guys felt about it for those of you watching the stream last night. If you felt that was kind of funny, or if you felt like, nah, we should just ban him and stick to just playing the game. You guys get to decide. I can definitely show you more villain stuff, though. I'm a big fan of the villain side. Yeah, Uncle Sloth, and it was the reason for the video that I did today about play the game the way you want, but that wasn't the only reason. He's one of many people who have kind of come out with that same direction. And I'm getting sick and tired of it overall. And I'm, like early on, I was just like trying to be nice about it, right? And be like, hey, you guys want to play your way, my way, I'll support you, right? And it's just kind of gone downhill because they're derogatory about it. They're immature about it. Hey, Adam, how are you doing today? Negativity isn't, and I can't read what you said after that, bruh. It's pretty messy there. Boy, I have a lot of recharge challenges here. I think you meant to say negativity isn't your style. And I try not to be too negative, right? But I can be joking, sarcastic, and whatever I need to be. So I was raised in such a family, and I kind of put some of that on display yesterday when he came in, and I crossed swords. I could have just kicked him, though. Let's see. I like how when you fly, it flaps the wings. I love that. Yeah, Ladera, I kind of agree, and I think I like to think I did that last night, right? They thought they could get the best of me by trolling me, and did you see how he was constantly challenging my character PvP because he would see me on the stream and figure out where I'm at? So he'd find me, and I'm just like, I can just block you, and he's like, I've got 9 more accounts, and I'm like, no, please, not 9 more accounts. It would take me at least 30 seconds to block them all because I'm a touch typist, and I would have to type in your name each time. No! And obviously I was being super sarcastic. I thought that was pretty funny, but yeah, you play the way you want. Exactly, Uncle, and and I show one way on my streams, but I'm a casual player, and I'm a player who likes to take my time, level up slowly, like to level odd different characters. And while I will occasionally spend time with a character at 50 and try times 3, times 4, times 6 content at +1 or 2 or something like that, occasionally times 3. It's not what I necessarily find to be the most exciting part of the game. And that's not what I show in my videos, right? Right? Exactly. Exactly. What happened last night? So last night's stream, you can still go see it. It's still up. You'll want to fast forward to, I want to say roughly more than halfway through. There was a guy named Joseph Rage or Jacob Rage or something like that. He could be here listening right now. That's fine. All the more power to him. But it was Dash Rage, Rayge. And if you're watching the video and you turn on chat at the same time, you'll see his name pop up in the chat. And he was trolling me. Now, this is a guy that trolled me on my own Discord server. He thinks that I'm wasting everyone's time with the advice that I give them. One example would be, like, for example, in some of my videos, I tell people to sell converters for quick cash. And he thinks that that's a waste of time and money because you can use those converters to make more money on the auction house or, converting things in the luck of the gambler, that sort of thing. My point is always like, what's the context I give people that advice in, right? It's for new players, returning players who need some quick cash. You can always buy more converters or get more converters with merit badges later on, so it's not like it's a one-time deal, blah, blah, blah. But those people come out and said, I'm stupid, I'm leading people astray, I'm wasting their time, and whatever have you. So I kicked over our Discord server because he was very rude. I don't mind people disagreeing with me. I have several people on my server who level their characters differently than I do, farm a lot, and other shit. And that's fine, but they disagree in a respectful manner. This guy was acting like a sophomore from high school and calling me names and basically saying, you're such an imbecile that whenever you say something stupid, we take a shot. Things like that. So I banned him from my Discord server. So he showed up here last night on my stream and started doing the same kind of shenanigans again. But rather than kick him or ban him, I kind of joked my way through it because I can be as sarcastic and joking as much as the next person. I was raised in the South. We do sarcasm joking all the time. So I basically spent the whole night trolling the troll is what ended up happening. And depending on your viewpoint, it was either really funny or maybe you feel like, Phil should have just kicked him and stuck with, kick him quick and stream the game, and just stay focused. So you can go back and look at it. But I thought it was funny, but I can see some people thinking that it pulls them, Anyways, I have, in other news, while you're thinking about that, I have 3 scrappers. One's a Dual Blades Dark, one is the brand new Ice Regen, and then I have the War Mace Shield. I don't know which one will level up to 50. Any thoughts? Which one will be the first to 50? Yeah, it was a good way to react to him at the time, yeah. And he may not come back knowing that, I'm going to waste his time as much as he tries to waste mine. I'm playing a dual blade electricity brute tonight. Just started yesterday. Oh, nice, Race. How's it going for you? Yeah, I'm kind of debating which of these scrappers. So let me give you guys like the 30,000 foot view here, right? Let me go back to my characters here. And maybe you can guide me, share your opinions, whatever. So I have level 50 characters in certain areas. Like the classes I enjoy the most. So I have 2 level 50 Sentinels. I have this Blaster that's almost 50. So Blaster is covered. I have a level 50 Dominator. Dominator is my second favorite class. I don't have 50 Control yet, but I will get there eventually. I have a level 50 Corruptor. I have a level 50 Defender right here. Okay? But when it comes to the melee characters, I'm lacking. So I think this is going to be, I think Katiana and my Stalker Ninjutsu. Stalker will be my first level 50. So I already kind of have like a Stalker focus, right? In Brute, it'll be Sirocco. It says Sirocco here because I had to put an A at the end. But it'll be Sirocco. She's getting closer to 50. That'll be my first 50. But for Tanker and Scrapper, I don't have anything close. Now, that's because they're a little bit harder to solo. But I think for Tanker, I'll have to spend more time with my Bio Armor Staff and my Ice Spines. But it's probably going to be my Bio Staff. I don't know yet, but it's going to probably be that. Though my Electric Sonic is also fun, so we'll see. But what I'm trying to figure out at the moment is my Scrapper situation. So I have the Dark Scrapper, the Ice Regen that someone suggested and gave me lots of notes about, which seems pretty powerful and cool. Cool, literally. And a Wormace Shield Defense Scrapper. I'm trying to figure out which one's going to be my favorite that I push to 50. Any ideas from the Peanut Gallery? Hey, how you doing, Apropos? Thank you for dropping by today. It's fun. I know you like your stabs to the abdomen. Doing it with 2 blades is twice the fun, right? So how do we do? Dark Scrapper is your vote. Ladera has spoken, right? That's Nobume, my Dark Scrapper. We'll see if anybody else has a strong opinion on the subject. Ice Regen from Cloudstone. How you doing, Cloudstone? Cloudstone's here. Cloudstone's here, right? So Cloudstone, guys, Cloudstone's the one who gave me this idea for the Ice Regen. And Cloudstone wrote like a very, very well detailed thing about why, how he came up with the idea and how he actually tested a whole bunch of different Scrapper ideas on the test server to see which one could survive the best in solo. And and Scrappers are harder to solo. They're harder to solo than Brutes, of course, and Tankers and stuff. But but after testing numerous ones, it was basically the Ice Regen that raised to the top. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Johnny. Johnny, you're so much cooler than the rest of us. We can't help but talk about you, right? Like if the president, like Obama or Trump or whoever came in and visited us, we'd be talking about it for weeks, months. And fun fact, President Obama, when he was president, visited the hotel I used to work at, and it was the talk of the town for months. That's what happens when Johnny visits you. 1 vote for each. Mace's endurance heavy. Yeah. Johnny's the guy who's been talking about, guys. But no, absolutely. So, Dark and Rena. Political stream? Whoa. Political stream. Hold on. I did say I was getting into politics. I was just using that as an example. Obama did come to the hotel I worked at back in the day. Had nothing to do with politics. It was just the president needed someplace to stay while he was in our city. Ended up being our hotel. Right? Dark Armor's pretty rough on endurance. Yeah, totally, right? Let's play a little bit of Cloudstone's build here, because he did such a great job of working on this and sending me the build and everything and whatnot. So let's run a little bit of this, right? Oh, we got some conversation going on about some build stuff in there. I'll leave it to you guys because you guys know about this build stuff more than I do. Let me put my powers over here so you guys can see them. And we'll put our inspirations over here. And we'll change our graphic, right? Because we're using a different hero. So let me show you guys the artwork I did for this. And a big shout. I'm so excited that Cloudstone's here because he's the one who gave me the idea for our new character, Rena Frost. So here's her artwork. I really like this artwork. I only get the best artwork, boys, from from AI. So there we go. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's find a mission to go on here at low level here, which is a little hard. I gotta return to contact. Okay. Let's find available mission. Deep undercover. All right. Talk to Paula in King's Row. Well, yippee-ki-yay. Let me grab to King's Row while you guys are talking about those builds over there. Wait 1 second. Let me look up something real quick. Hold on 1 second here. Let me grab a hold of this and move this over here. Okay. All right. What are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? Oh my gosh, so much text. Let's see. And is PBOA dependent? Not sure if I use it on Scrapper. Oh my goodness, took your advice on Gemini Images. Fantastic. He's mid-journey for a while. Had problems. Yeah, I haven't done Midjourney before, Uncle Sloth, but I used to use ChatGPT. There was 2 big problems with it. One was, in a lot of the pictures I did, especially fantasy pictures for my D&D Pathfinder group, it would make them look kind of washed out. Unless I use very specific prompts, and it just looks sad, right? I've done fantasy artwork for a long time, and it didn't look anywhere close to the level of color, like high color and contrast. That's why I like superheroes, right? Superheroes always have bright, colorful outfits. Well, fantasy characters can too, if you don't draw them and color them like they're all coming out from Fallout. But ChatGPT did. Number 2, and more importantly, whenever I would do female characters, it would keep saying it violates conditions, and that was very frustrating. Especially when I did like characters like Aquaforce and stuff. So I tried Gemini 1 time, and the very first attempt, it did Brine Force, Aquaforce with no errors whatsoever, and it looked fabulous. And from then, I've been a Gemini person, and it's worked really great. But that's awesome to hear it's working for you too. I appreciate that, Uncle Sloth, and whatnot. And looks like we have a very good conversation between Feywick and Cloud in there about 4 times 8 content. I'm kind of curious where that will end at the end of the day. In the meantime, I'm going to continue to work on this whopping level 8 quest line here and see where it takes me. Paula, what do you need from me, Paula? What can I do for you? Infiltrate the skulls. Intermission. Okay. Give that a hot second. We'll infiltrate those missions. Whoa. Oh no. They turned me into a skull. Or whatever. They turned my scrapper into a skull. It's one of these missions where you're going undercover again. Oh my gosh. I just want to beat things up. I don't want to do an undercover mission. I know, it's like the second mission now. I just want to kill things. Got some guards out here with guns. I like how the building looks dilapidated. Sometimes you just gotta take a moment and just take a look at. Yeah, they did put some attention to detail. This is cool. It's like a bunch of sales figures. September, we can do it. Right? And by the way, for those of you who are just joining, I've changed the stream quality, so hopefully you guys are getting a more clear picture than the past. Sales come when people care. People like you and I care. Take care of the customer. And let leaders of today. And we got, yeah, this looks like work speed. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. We got a fight. Uh-huh. I got a gun too. I can totally do the gun. Oh, nice, kid. I didn't know that. Totally cool. Evade capture by the PPD. Well, there are a lot of police there, to be fair. I forgot how I even got here. Try this elevator back here. You cannot enter? Well, how am I supposed to avoid the police if I can't enter there? Escape the sewers. Escape into the sewers. Okay. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of these heavily scripted missions, but thankfully they're few and far between. They're trying to do something different, yay, but they're trying to do something different boo. You're trying to figure your way out this mess of a maze, and you're trying to do it without reveal, without decent speed walking powers, jogging at 1.5 miles an hour without your normal powers that you would normally have access to. But because of reasons, we're going to make you jog really slowly through this. Alright, finally made it. Dark is great on brutes and tanks, but no longer endurance heavy with obscure sustenance. Oh. Interesting. Hey, I'm back in my character's outfit. Yay! Johnny, if this is so boring, why are you hanging out on this stream? I think that's kind of the question I have for you. Like, why are you so fascinated with my Discord server and the stream and everything else if it's so beneath you? Which I can completely understand because clearly, clearly you are like in a league beyond all of us, right? So I'm definitely trying to figure out why you keep hanging out here. It's kind of like President Obama, or Trump just hanging out with me playing City of Heroes on a Saturday night. I mean, they could, but you think they have better things to do, because they're big guys. Let's see here. Yeah, Scrapper's always hard to work with. Tested dozens of builds now for Scrapper and Endurance. Yeah, I think Scrappers are harder to work with, definitely. Let's see here. I was told you were talking shit about my back. So here's the thing, Johnny. If someone comes up to me and says, "Hey, Phil, a 4-year-old was talking behind your back," I'd be like, who cares? Because it's a 4-year-old, right? Who cares? Right? I'm so far beneath you, Johnny. Why would you ever get a fuck about what I say behind your back? I mean, compared to your glory, your omnipotence, your glowing power in this game, why would you give a flying fuck what I say about you behind your back? Right? That's the funny thing. Why would you even care? Why would you even come in my channel? You clearly know a lot, and this is really cool actually. You clearly know a lot more about the game than we do. Wow, there's a lot going on here. Confront Vales, find Vales. Okay. These guys are all just having fun, dancing. Yeah, yeah. Every scrapper you've done does +4 pretty easily. Oh, wow. Really? Huh. Could be true. I haven't done a lot of +4 times 8. Now, let me ask you guys a question who are talking about this +4 times 8. When you guys say +4 times 8, I think this is really important. When you're talking about solo, you're saying you solo +4 times 8. Is that with or without solo bosses turned on? Because that can make a big difference in the difficulty from my experience. So this ice slick area here is very similar to, I have a fire ice blaster that uses this kind of ice slick area as a defensive set, and it's really kind of cool. It works really well. They spend so much time on the ground on their butt, they hardly mount an offense. It's really hilarious. Right? So Johnny says always with bosses on. I don't know. Always on. Okay, so you guys are mostly saying always on. Okay. The way you think your shit don't stink is so beta Karen. Hold on, Johnny. Look at me in the eye, buddy. Look at me. You look at me in the eye. Look in this eye, right? Like this is my good eye right here. Look at this, Johnny. When did I ever say my shit don't stink? Let me tell you something, bud. My shit stinks. That's my wife. Okay? It stinks to the high heavens. You right about that. Now, maybe your shit don't stink, and I believe it because you're Johnny, and you probably shit out shit that smells like roses. But my shit, it stank. It does stink. It does. I own it. You gotta call it like it is. You gotta call it like it is. Yeah, Uncle Sloth. Yeah, I definitely. So I personally have not gotten into a lot of +4 gameplay and stuff. Oh, this is kind of cool. Oh, it's kind of like a bunch of skull people here. We're getting a cutscene. Epic City of Heroes cutscenes. Yeah, you gotta like that ice slick on the ground, right? You gotta like Ice Patch. It really does do a lot of heavy lifting. Right here, this Ice Patch. So can when you do ice on a tanker or brute, do you not get this Ice Patch? Is this just Scrapper and Sentinel? And don't forget, guys, if you're answering one of my questions, make sure you kind of give some context because there is a delay in the video. So if you just say yes, I won't know what you're saying yes to because of the delay. It's kind of brutal. You gotta say yes. Da 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 da. In Twitch, it's much easier. Twitch has faster or less delay, but the downside is Twitch has like forced commercials and such. Tankers and Brute get this too. Nice, nice. Yeah, this is really nice. This eye patch really does a lot of heavy lifting in terms of reducing damage from enemies. Hello, boys. What you doing over here? Goofing off? Having a fun time? Waiting for an ice patch, maybe? Yeah, you are. Now you're on your asses. I'm gonna be on my ass if I don't heal. I like on Scrabble plus it hits my chromatic early AoE. Yeah, right? Hey, Magnus, how you doing? Yeah, tankers and brutes may not need it as much. That's true. That's true. I just love how these guys are dancing. Look at them. They're just jamming. They're like doing the thing, right? They're just having a good time here. I don't know. Did I chase Johnny off with the whole? Was it a revelation to Johnny that I admitted my shit stinks? So I chase him off? I don't know. So far, so good. Easily handling the. Well, I say easily. I just looked at my health bar and noticed it was down to half. So let's take a knee there. Oh, yeah. Johnny's a badass. He's too busy soloing AVs to chat with the rest of us, which is totally fair. You know, Obama and Trump are too busy running the country to talk with us plebeians. That's fair. You could probably go, yeah, Cloud, you're right. Like, I feel like there's an opportunity maybe to start looking at times 2 just because that ice patch is so good. Totally fair. And then with Frost, you're getting some AoE damage with Frost, so you know, you could take advantage of that. Maybe level up just a titch faster. Like, I point out to people that increasing the times doesn't help very much if all you're doing is single target damage. But yeah, you're totally right in that if you got some AoE though, like you do, you know, with some of these abilities here, then that's a different story. Yeah, he keeps slipping. He wants to get up and hit me, but he can't. You know. It's kind of like Johnny. He wants to hit me, but he can't. I'm going to take a knee here. Just to be refreshed for this here. Yeah, and these are what? +1s? I'm like level 8, these are level 9s. Yay. Yeah, you're right. You need to turn off that travel power. Good point. Yeah, no endurance issues really. Normally my reminder to turn off travel powers is when my endurance bombs. I'm like, why did my endurance? Oh, right. I still got the travel powers turned on. That's fair. How come they're not all dancing? They're all just kind of standing there. I figured they all be dancing. You know, the problem is this guy won't come into my ice patch. He's going to sit there with his gun and just shoot me. Eep. Oh, great. I have those guys down there shooting me. I don't even notice that yet. Ooh, a nice critical from behind. Let's see if I can just get my health back while I'm here. Hey, Scam, how are you doing? Then the hostage situation, no dancing. Oh, poop. Yeah, it's hard to do the ice lick if they're just going to kite me with their ranged attacks, right? Bye, Lieutenant. Lots of range. You have to round a corner, make them come to you, then drop a patch. Bleh. They should just come to me and die. Oh gosh, look at all these. Oh, that's pretty funny. I mean, they did a pretty good job here, right? At least it's different. Go. Why don't you get back up there, back? Come on, buddy. You can do it. Get up. Oh, where did Velos go? Where's the lab? And the mission is complete, and we are level 9. Level 9! All right. Let's see here. Let me go see if I. Of course, I level up like when I'm already like on the street. Let me go see if I can beat up these guys while I'm all juiced up. Just for the XP. Just to say I can. And I did. Oh, that's a boss. Lovely. A boss that can't get up. Help, I've fallen, I can't get up. Alright, there we go. Got a few extra bars just doing that real quick while I was all hyped up on inspirations. Now, the main question that people like Johnny have is, when I take this level 9 level up, will I grab a few more enhancement slots in my travel power? Worse yet, maybe I'll just put in my inherent sprint power. Can I do that? I could probably do it if I wanted to, right? I probably could. I could. Blue Steel, train me! Right? Slick slot, some brawl, and some rest? Don't say that around Johnny, though. You might upset him. I like Johnny. We don't want to upset Johnny. He's a cool guy. He just doesn't know it. Let's see here. I don't know if Ice Patch... Here's the thing. I don't know if Ice Patch really needs some more slots in it. It really does a pretty good job. Really, I don't think I need to enhance that. Having it occur more often isn't really necessary. So I don't think I really need that. Rune and Protection? Yeah, Ice Patch doesn't feel like it needs slots, right? It doesn't feel like it. Oh, you do set 6 slot. See, that's how Johnny thinks. He's on a level above the rest of us. Yeah, put 6 slot in Brawl so you can mule the shit out of that thing. That's fair. That's fair. And that is completely fair. What is Frost accuracy? 1 times? I could put an accuracy in Frost. I think its recharge right now is 11. It's probably reduced down to whatever seconds. And then put, I mean, I don't need stamina yet, but I'll need stamina eventually. So I think that's what I'll do for now. Reconstruction can take slots. Let's see. Let's take a look at reconstruction here. Yeah, we could get more healing and more recharge on that, right? That's fair. That's fair. There's definitely been times where I'm like, ooh, health is a little close. That's fair. That's fair. Johnny, hold on. Hold on, Johnny. Hold on. You're not above anybody? You just have a different view of the game? No. Hold on. What did you do with the Johnny that I know? Who's taking over this keyboard? It is not Johnny. This isn't the Johnny I know, right? This isn't the Johnny I know. Because he's starting to sound like me, and there's no way, because Johnny and I don't have the same viewpoint, right? Because I've been saying all along, we all play the games different ways. We have different perspectives. And so therefore, we just say different things and we enjoy the game different ways, right? But Johnny has been coming along and telling me, no, Phil, you're horrible. You're telling people the wrong thing. You're leading them down the road to destruction, a path of destruction, and completely wasting their time. Even if they say they're having fun by following your advice, Phil, even if they're following you and watching your videos and joining your Discord because they're like, thank you so much for the advice, I'm having so much fun with the game now, they're wrong, Phil, because they don't understand, Phil, that you're leading them wrong. That's what Johnny would say. Because Johnny understood that Johnny is way above me and understands me better, right? So this is not the Johnny that's been talking down to me the last few days. The Johnny that got booted off my Discord server, this is not the same Johnny. This one sounds like me and saying, yeah, we all have different perspectives and no one's above each other. And que sera, sera, we all have different approaches to the game. That's not the Johnny I know. That's not the Johnny I know at all. No. No, siree. But I do agree that reconstruction would probably be a good place to put those slots. That's fair. So I'll put a recharge and extra healy in there. Because when I eat healing, I need healing. Ooh, that's going to help out the old bank account. Recharge, give me a recharge and a healing. And a healing. There we go. That looks juicy. Yeah, you're not drunk? Why? I didn't say you were drunk tonight, Johnny. Honestly, I think I had no reason to think that you're drunk because we just texted. We never, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we've talked maybe on voice once or twice or whatever have you, but not enough for me to know if you're drunk or not. And I don't know, and I don't really care. I sometimes drink a lot, whatevs. So, yeah. Let's see here. Menu. All right, so we got kind of all set up here. I should do a little bit more, right? Should do another mission or two. Get her up to 10. Head to Ouro Refinery. Get this character at least up to 10, right? Right. New players don't know that there's easier way to make the game more fun. Now, let's take a look at that statement, Johnny. What do you mean by fun? So you assume that being at level 50 playing in iTrials is fun. Is it ever occurred to you that for some people, this right here, level 9, look at me, Johnny, look at me. I know this is hard to comprehend. I've been playing the game for 7, 8, 9 months, almost nonstop. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 level 50 characters. I personally, I know this is hard to understand, I enjoy playing level 9 more. I could get on my level 50 and do a level 50 shift. I know it's hard to believe, but some people enjoy lower level content. Some people who are level 50 enjoy times 4 more than times 8. I know it's hard to believe. Some people enjoy +0 more than +4. I know it's mind-blowing. I know, bruh, but listen to me. Some people have different perspectives, right? Some people have different perspectives. Some people do. I have level 50 characters that I could be playing right now. What am I doing tonight, guys? What am I doing? I'm playing this cool level 9 character that one of you guys suggested to me because I think it's awesome. And if I wasn't playing this level 9, I'd be playing one of my other characters. Now, sometimes I do play my 50. Yesterday, I was playing one of my 50s, just getting some extra money and clearing out a quest. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's trying to say I'm having fun wrong. That's the old Johnny. That's the Johnny I know. The Johnny who comes down and says, Phil, you're having fun wrong and you're telling other people the wrong way to have fun. Now that's the Johnny I know. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I did a video. What is the end game in City of Heroes, right? I did a video on that because it's not your typical. It's not like World of Warcraft, right? Which always has that vertical climb waiting for you. You know, that constantly has the, higher gear scores so that you can get to the real game and the such. Now, to be fair, World of Warcraft has mellowed out a bit, but at the same time, it still has kind of an in-gear grind with its delves, the new delve system, and the mythic tier dungeons. It's no longer focused on only raids and PvP. It's expanded to 5-man mythic tier dungeons as well as the 1 to 3-man delve. So it's become a little bit more casual friendly, but it's still very focused on getting you to level 80 as quickly as possible and working your way up that gear ladder so that you can do the cooler and cooler delves and see the ending of the story and all of that shiz. City of Heroes isn't really structured quite the same way. The vast majority of its content, particularly since it's not being developed regularly the way World of Warcraft is, right? Like if I have a friend who's playing World of Warcraft, I'm going to try to get them to level 8 as quickly as possible so they can join me in the current expansion. Because it's hard to play the current expansion until you're the right level. And then even when they're playing the expansion, I want them to play the delves with me. For that, they need a gear score. And for that, they need to finish the quest lines and do the outdoor adventure so they can get up the right gear, right? So there's this pressure for me to go on my friend and tell them do this, this, and this, because the vast majority of the content that we want to do together is now up here. But in City of Heroes, because it's frozen in time, it's in maintenance mode essentially with a few tweaks here and there. A lot of us are playing the Ouroboros stuff. There's literally 200 to 300 story arcs, which are like task forces, in Ouroboros. The majority of which are between levels 1 and 45, and then you have a good chunk at 45 to 50, right? So there's a lot of content over here for us to play at the lower levels. And then when you get to 50, there are some 50 quest lines and story arcs, and then you have, some task forces and stuff to do? Right? Yeah. No one says it's wrong. I just understand why you would nerf yourself and call it fun. Because, Johnny, has it ever occurred to you that people have different tastes than you? Has it ever occurred to you that not everybody sees the world and sees the game the way you do? You said it earlier. Oh, great. I'm dead now. I don't even know where I died at. It happened so quick. But you said it earlier, bud. You just said earlier. Wait, let me roll up here because let me quote you. I'm going to quote the great Johnny Raids himself. See if I can find it here because you just said it. You literally just said it. But maybe it was somebody else taking over your keyboard. You're not really above anybody. It's just a different way to view the game. 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 You said it, Johnny. You said it. Different way to view the game. 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 You said it, Johnny. Different way to view the game. You hit the nail on the head, buddy. Right here. You hit the nail on the head. People look at the game differently than you do, and I do. Everyone's different. It's almost as if everyone's a unique individual. Green Cobra, welcome to the channel. And that's a most excellent way to put it. I love about City of Heroes taking a character from level 1 and taking my time where I could only beat up 2 or 3 people at a time and then slowly evolving to the point where I'm taking on 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 15 at a time and working my way in that direction and starting the process over again and having different characters going on at the same time because I like different power sets, right? Totally. Totally. Now I can bust out one of my level 50 characters if you guys want. I can play my Fire Sentinel, my Bio Fire Sentinel. She can take on, I can show you guys, she can take on 8, 10, 12, whatever characters at a time. You know, I can do that. My Energy Invulnerability Sentinel was doing like something like +3 times 4. I don't usually do ×8 with the Sentinels because they have the AoE caps. But I can do, you know, +3. I think she was doing +3 times 4 with bosses turned on and doing pretty decently. I can do that, and I have fun with that, don't get me wrong. But I also have fun doing this. Though I got my ass kicked there, so I got to be a little more careful. I got to pay attention. Let's try to do that. Most procs are not expensive, and they really help you push the low-level content solo. I agree with you, Johnny. There are definitely times where with certain classes like Defender, Controller, the weaker classes, I will sometimes go ahead and borrow somebody from a high-level character, somebody from a higher-level character or farmer, and take some procs early on, right? But with my A-tier classes, Brute, Sentinel, Mastermind, Blaster, I don't generally feel the need to do that. So this is a good example here, right? This character doesn't have any procs or anything like that. It's a scrapper. The combat is a bit difficult. I like challenge, right? I like challenge. And this character has not made enough money on her own to afford those expensive procs yet. So I like the challenge that comes with it's. Granted, you are absolutely right in that I am inflicting a challenge on myself by saying, let me just see if I can get through with what I can afford. Because I can't afford procs on this character yet. This is also, by the way, a problem that any new player, returning player faces because they don't have farmers, they don't have a level 50 that can support their lower level characters and get them proc pieces. So I like seeing, is there a way to play this game without the procs and how well can I do it? But I do it sometimes. I absolutely do it. I'm not on a high horse saying that I never played the game that way and I don't think you should ever play the game that way. You should only do it this way. I never said that, Johnny. You're putting words in my mouth. I don't say that. I don't do that. I don't do that as a rule. Like, there are definitely times where I buy procs for my low-level characters. But I do like to see if I can get by without them if I can, particularly if those characters can't afford it yet. Absolutely. Let's see what you guys are saying. Sure, they only cost about $2 to $3 million. I'm sure it's easy. I'm sure that is easy for a first-time player, right, Cloudstone? Yeah, for a first-time player, $2 to $3 million might be a little rough. But if they watch my videos, they can have $2 million on the villain side. Now, the hero side's rougher. If we take a look, right now, this character only has 8 reward merits at level 9. By level 9, my villain would have had 20. And so 8 reward merits will maybe get me a million influence if I convert this to salvage and sell it and try to get a proc piece to make my leveling faster. It's kind of rough. Yeah, absolutely. Use the merit to set. Well, Johnny, how is my level 8 character going to get the 600 merits needed to get one full set? To get a full ATO set, to get a full winter set? How's my level 9 character going to do that anytime this century? Bruh! You're constantly thinking like somebody who's already level 50 with tons of merits, and you're not thinking this from the perspective of a new player who barely has... Look at this. This character right here, and I know how to play the game better than most at this low levels. This character only has 8 merit rewards. 8. Not 600 needed for a full set. Not 600. All right? Just 8. Right? Well, what procs? What procs can you get with 8 merits, bud? Explain to me, Johnny, with 8 merits, how I could take this character and get some cool proc set. I'll be patient and wait. Maybe I'll go beat up some guys while you explain it. Explain to me how you use 8 merits to get the procs. Because this character has only leveled up doing story missions. Right? That's it. That's all I've done. I'm level 9. I've got 8 merits. Explain to me how I use 8 merits. Name the procs. Tell me where to get them from the vendor. I'll go turn around right now and go grab them. Yeah. As we say in Spanish, explícame. You tell me how to do it, Johnny. I'll turn this bus around. I'll go out and buy him right now so this character can kick more ass. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me go ahead and see if I can deal with this group real quick here. And try not to get my butt kicked this time because there's a lot of them. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Come on, kill him faster. Come on, Scrapper, you can do it. You can do it, Scrapper. I have faith in you. Let's see here. Name the procs. One note price you can get from Quick Note, Badge Run, Echo, Atlas, Galaxy, Fairy. You're a pretty good amount rewards for a new character. Sorry, Phil. Why are you apologizing, Ladera? So this character got the 5 reward merits. I think she got the 5 reward merits from Atlas Park. I could double check. So maybe I'm short 5 merits from Atlas Park. I don't think I've done, I think I'm in Kingsport or whatever it's called right now and I haven't done the 5 there yet. I don't have flying powers yet, so I don't generally like to do a whole lot of those before I get my travel powers because it's so damn slow. And fine, I could go out and get them, but what would be the point? I can't buy anything from the merit vendor on 100 merits. So what's the point, right? I guess I'm trying to figure out from Johnny, what does he expect me to do at this low level? Like, show me the clear path. Where am I missing the ramp? What should I be telling new players? Like, hey, you're level 9, and you can get, like, 5 merits from Atlas Park. You can get 5 merits from maybe King's Row. And here's how you can get a winter set. Like, what's the sales pitch here that I'm missing? Because Johnny thinks I'm incompetent. So I'm just trying to understand what the overall messaging is here. I'm just trying to understand what it is. All right, so Johnny says run DFB till you hold on, Johnny B. Time out, buddy. Time out. Johnny, look at me. I don't like running in groups, big groups. I hate DFB. And the people who watch my channel also hate DFB because my channel literally says it's for solo players. So you've already gone off track, buddy. Whee! You've missed the point. Do Ouro to get some merits. You need 50 merits for the Touch of the Lady proc. 50 merits for Mako's Bite. 50 merits for Mako's Bite from the reward vendor. From the reward vendor. The reward merit vendor gives Mako's Bites for 50 merit rewards. Granted, I don't have them memorized. Yeah. I don't give much build advice. I really don't. And I just say what works for me. And I always when I talk about builds, guys, and you guys have watched probably my videos, I always give it. I will show my builds on my characters, but I always say I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? Like I have my opinions from playing for 6 to 8 months, which pales in comparison to people who've been playing for years and years and years and years and are smarter than me when it comes to builds, right? And most of the time, as you kind of see here, my general knowledge is SOs until 20-ish. And I do 2 reds and then a yellow and then another red if I get another slot. That's most of my damage powers. And then for, the support powers, I kind of play it by ear if they need endurance reduction or whatever, or defense buff or whatever the case may be. Yeah, Johnny. I don't know if I've seen him for 50, but we can go there after I'm done with this mission and we can look at that together because I'm not 100% sure that's the case. But even if it is, 50 merits takes a while to get on a low-level character, Johnny. It's not as easy to get as you think, especially on the hero side. The hero side doesn't give a lot of merits at low levels. Well, what the hell is going on here? I can hardly see what's going on. I'm getting disoriented. I'm going to run back because, holy cow, the whole screen just got covered in fire. Alright, let's see how many of them want to follow me here. Yeah. Go to recipe and then look at damage. That's easy, right? Okay. Let me just take a look here because now you've legitimately got me curious here of what you're trying to sell me. So, well, let's take a look at this together. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this together. I'm gonna log out this character and log into a character that's a little bit closer to Atlas here. Oh, it's gonna take 20 seconds. Lovely. All right, stand by. Yeah, 50 merits are not easy to get, even if it is 50 merits. And then you're going to talk about having, you have to have, if you're just buying the recipe, you're going to have the 400,000 or so to build it, which is going to cost you, even if you convert salvage, another 3 or so to get one piece of Mako's Bite. But let's check it out. I don't mind looking at it and seeing if there's something there. I never said I know everything about merits or anything else, so let's take a look, right? I have no problem taking a look. Yeah. So let's take a look. Right. Is this what we want to tell people, Johnny? We want to tell new players the way to play the game is start baking in the channels to get them the money they need to get these cool builds to get started. Just go into general and start spamming. We don't want to make a crop of players who beg. We want to make a crop of players who can earn it for themselves from scratch. I mean, you say people offer it all the time, but I've also had people come back and tell me, hey, I've been looking for farms and there's no one willing to let me just sit for free on farms. So I guess, it has to do with perspective and stuff. Yeah, I don't think it's a given that you can just waltz into Pocket D. In fact, I'm in Pocket D a lot running my farmers, and I see people constantly begging to come in. I'm not going to let them into my farm for whatever reason. I don't think it's a given that you can just easily sit in on farms. Otherwise, I'd be sitting in on them all the time. Okay, so let's take a look. So you're saying in somewhere in here is a Mako's Bite, right? So yeah, you got recipes here for Luck of the Gamblers and stuff like that. Now, here's the problem with this. Here's the problem with it, Johnny, right? I do see where you're saying there's a lot of different recipes in here for 50 reward merits. But wait a minute, Johnny. We talked about you can for 50 reward merits, right? For 50 reward merits, I can buy, let's say, 150 converters, right? 150 converters, right? So for 150 converters, and let's just take a look at what converters are selling at right now. Okay, 60,000 each, buddy. Let me pull out a calculator. 150 times 60,000, I believe, is 9 million. 9 million. Now you're telling them to buy a recipe for Mako's Bite for 9 fucking million, right? You ever listen to yourself and wonder, I don't know if I'm 100% okay with that, right? I don't know if what I'm saying is really the right thing. Because yeah, let me find a Mako's Bite here. Just a Mako's Bite by itself is only 1.5 million. Why in the hell would I pay 50 merits for the recipe? That doesn't even begin to make sense, buddy. If my character had 50 reward merits sitting on it, I could sell for 9 million in converters, right? Like I could buy converters, sell it for 9 million, and buy almost an entire Mako set. Maybe. Okay, maybe that's stretching it, but yeah, let's do 50 to 50 and do Mako. Yeah, we're not even getting into including the freaking whatever. You can buy the recipes for Mako's Bites for like pennies. Look at this. You can buy them. Why would you spend 50 merit rewards on the recipe, right? You can buy the recipe for pennies. For pennies. Yeah, Johnny, I hate to say this, buddy, because I love you to death and I think you're the most awesome guy ever. But when it comes to low-level play and reward merits, you don't know what the cuckoo you're talking about. You're not even close. Now, you can get Mako's Bites, chance for lethal damage around 2 million, 1.5 million. So if I had 50 reward merits to spend, and I really wanted to get Mako's Bite, I could get a full set of Mako's Bite, or a whole bunch of chance for lethal damage, because I think you can have like 5 procs on a character, right? And if I had 5 melee powers, I could put Mako's on each one. And so if I had 50, what I would do, if I really wanted to be a min-maxer, it looks like what I would do is buy salvage, sell it, make 8 million, bare minimum 8 million, and then buy 4 Mako's Bites for 2 million each and have 4 Mako's Bites instead of 1. Right? Unless I'm missing something. Right? You guys see how easy it is to get sets? Well, who cares? I'm not going to get this. This is a level 50 Mako's Bite, right? Let's take a look at Mako's Bite, by the way. I don't know if you can slap this on level 2 character, 9 character. What is it? It says level 50. So this is level 50. If you get the attuned, what is it? Melee damage, Mako's Bite, accuracy damage, whatever. Get rid of the... Well, I need to reset the doohickey there. Attuned, melee, Mako's, whatevers. Okay. You have a minimum level requirement of 27, Johnny. You can't even put this on a level 9 character. The attuned requirement has a minimum enhancement requirement or level requirement of 27. How do you think this? Yeah, Johnny, you're way off base, buddy. You're way off base. But here's my suggestion, Johnny. Here's my suggestion. If you think you know better for how to guide new players from scratch to level up, make your own YouTube videos and teach them, buddy. Do your own Reddit post. Do forum post. Be a positive influence rather than sitting there and taking pot shots over somebody you don't agree with. Somebody who, by the way, has leveled, I don't know how many characters from level 1 all the way up the slow way without farming and shit. But you do you. You do you. But do your own videos, bruh. Yeah, someone didn't do their homework. Exactly. You're not even close. You can't even get Mako's Bite, until then. The reality is that at the low levels, you can only get these like low level sets. And personally, and this is just me, I don't find, let's see if we can find Bruising Blow here. Like Bruising Blow has a minimum level of 12, and that's a 3-piece set, right? That gives you a whopping recovery of 1%, a maximum health of 0.75%. And it gives you the 3 pieces are accuracy, damage, endurance, damage, recharge. I personally, when putting all 3 of these together, I almost find that SOs are better myself. In terms of the enhancement bonus side of the equation. Yeah. Well, I don't know how the PvP... Well, first of all, this is Mako's Bite right here. I don't know what you're talking about, the PvP version, but here's Mako's Bite. It has a minimum level 27. Yeah, Mako's Bite has a level 27 version. That's it. I don't see a PvP version of Mako Bite. Mako Bite, under the attuned sets, has a 27 level requirement. Level 27. So... The low-level sets have very, very small set bonuses. The ones that you can buy and equip at lower levels, generally speaking, have a low bonus. But even if even if they had good bonuses, your low-level characters generally can't afford them without somebody handing something out to them. So, again, you do you. You do you. Yeah, there's so many. Name one. We've already looked at Mako's Bite, bruh. Mako's Bite has a minimum level of 27 and cost at least, 10 to 12 million for a full set. And that's out of the grasp. That is definitely out of the grasp of a level 9, 10, 12 player. On their best day. On their best day. Hey, Mr. Prambes, how are you doing today? The way I enjoy game. Well, I appreciate Mr. Prambes. That's the way I play. Absolutely. And don't get me wrong. I'm willing to listen to people like Johnny and say, what are some better ways to play the game or whatever have you, right? I'm always happy, like, if there's a way to teach, if there's a way to show, like, hey, you're a new person to the game and you're trying to make your own way, here's how something, you can get or whatever have you, right? Oh, you want to talk about the Gladiator set? The Gladiator set? You mean the set that's literally 6 million a pop? Is that really your trump card? Do you know how hard that is for new people to afford for one set? Now, you're going to go for a proc, which is what? The chance for minus resistance? Oh, that's only 10 million a piece. 10 million a piece. Do you know how hard that is for new people to afford? I think you're not. This is the problem with people who've been playing the game for, I love you guys to death, but those of you who've been playing for years and years and years who have farmers and billions of influence out your asterisk, this is not something that's attainable. That's not something that's attainable for a new player. But does a new player, yeah, you're right. If I sit there and play the market, knowing what I know now, I can make this money, sure, in 5 minutes, right? And with some patience, waiting a few days. There's a new player who's coming to the game first time, who wants to jump in, learn how to play the auction house, because it's not simple. First, you have to have starting capital, a new player, which is not just, okay, whatever. You have to play for a few hours to get the starting capital. Then you got to do everything. And then you got to teach them how to play the auction house. And it's multiple steps and it's complicated. Is that what you think a new player? Yeah. Is that something you think a new player wants to do, Johnny? Is that what you think a new player wants to do? Is sit around and play the auction house before they get in and play the game? So that maybe they can get this, they can play the auction house. It'll take them 30 minutes because they're slow. So they can have this minus 20% resistance chance or whatever it is a few times a minute to increase their soloability by 3%. A new player just wants to fucking play the game. They just want to get in there and beat things up. That's what they want to do. Exactly. Don't get me wrong. I play the auction house. I play the auction house from time to time, but I don't like doing it, man. I know exactly how. I've got videos showing you how to play the auction house, right? But you know how much I play the auction house? Like, I probably play this game 40 hours a week. In that 40 hours a week, I don't spend more than 30 minutes playing the auction house on the average. Most weeks I just skip it because I just want to play the game. Yeah, I just want to play the game. Johnny, the thing is, bud, you're completely disconnected from people who don't share your perspective. That's your problem, buddy. You're completely disconnected from people. For people who come into the game and they just want to min-max and get the highest enhancements as quickly as possible, there are videos out there showing them how to do it, to your point, and Reddit posts and my videos. I have videos showing you how to play the auction house. I have videos showing you how to get money as quickly as possible. You can just go right to those videos and circumvent my standard videos and do that as quickly as possible. That's all you care about. Yeah. If you're having fun, you're not wasting time. Actually, right. Absolutely. And that goes back to what you were saying before. I quote you before, Johnny. The great Johnny Rage said, not everyone, enjoys the game the same way. It's all about perspective. Right? I'm gonna paste that on the top of my channel. Can I paste that? Because I got a quote from Johnny himself, the great Johnny himself, saying, you know, everyone likes the game differently. Here it is right here. I'm gonna copy this. You're not really above anybody, just different views of the game. Absolutely, Johnny. You said this earlier. Right there. Right there. Okay. Yeah. Now, I tend to play both ways, right? I will play some of my characters, and you see this on my videos of like my villain character here, where I will start off at level 1, solo self-found, and not use anyone for anybody else because they're playing exactly like a brand new character might play. But then I play some characters where I will take advantage of my knowledge and farmers and things like that just to kind of get them going as quickly as possible. Generally speaking, even on those characters, I still level them up from around 15 to 20 all the way up to 50 normally, though. I don't farm them all the way to 50, though that may be the fastest. I still want to enjoy playing them through. But everyone does what they want to do, right? Everyone does what they want to do. Right. Yeah, and you don't bother with enhancement sets until level 22, right? Yeah, everyone does kind of what they, everyone plays the game a little bit differently, enjoys it differently, and that's cool. We celebrate it all. Absolutely. Now here is like freezer burn, right? Freezer burn here. We take a look at freezer burn. He's 37 blaster, and I've leveled him solo all the way to 37, right? He very rarely joins groups. And he has buns of steel. Let's be honest, guys. He has a great look. Okay, so you can see here just SOs all the way. No sets. And he kicks ass. SOs are pretty powerful. And he kicks ass at 37. Right? He hasn't even got any defense yet. Because he kicks so much ass, defense hasn't been a big issue yet. Could he be better with sets? Of course. Anybody's better with sets. Of course. Never suggested otherwise. He's even got 98 influence so far. He could go buy some sets. Maybe I'll have him go out and do that sometime. But I generally do it at 50. Because that's just generally speaking the way I play the game with characters who are powerful like this. Absolutely. Now, I'll also show you, in case, you're going to call me a hypocrite. I'm going to call myself a hypocrite first, right? Let's go to... Is it Cinder Flare, I want to say? Let's take a look at Cinder Flare, see if she has some... Now, she's 35. She's a lower level. Let's take a look if she has some sets. No, she's using all SOs. She does have one thing with sprint, but I think she's using... Okay, bad example. Let me find another one. I know I have... Oh, my Stalker. Yeah, Stalker. Oh, okay. Hold on, Johnny. Hold on. Let's see what we're saying here. I prefer tankers so they don't level as fast because their damage is lower than others. Yeah, tankers can be pretty fun. Scam says, I found it with Homecoming first came out. I did relate on this video about the auction house found my first AFK farming build. Cool. Covers weren't alive when I originally quit. Yeah, take what you want from my videos, and I do have videos about farming somewhere. I do have videos about flipping the auction house, definitely. You can definitely take those videos, combine them together, and just absolutely just make money really quickly and go from there. Nothing wrong with that. I'll never boo-hoo you for it. I made the video for a reason. Honestly, I just want everyone to have fun and be the best they can be and have the most fun in a game that I love for over 20 years. Johnny, listen to yourself for just a second, okay? You said you want everyone to have fun. Johnny, how can everyone have fun when you're constantly belittling and telling everybody else that if they're not having fun your way, they're doing it fucking wrong? What in the world makes you think that is fun for people? This is an MMO. Part of the fun of an MMO is the community. And when people like you who've been in the community for a long time are telling new people, or streamers like me, that we're doing it wrong and that we're having fun the wrong way, and you belittle us and you talk condescendingly to us and you act like a juvenile fucking sophomore from high school, how do you think that makes the game fun for them? It doesn't. Grow up. Grow up. You sit there and say everyone should have fun the way they want, and then you belittle them for not having the fun the way you want. I'm okay with people having conversation, open conversations, telling me, hey, Phil, you said this, it might be most efficient, but I have a question, or, a different way to look at it. Some of my builds come from people who came to me and said, hey, Phil, I think this build would be better if you did this. And I'm like, you know what, that sounds good, let's try it. I have restarted characters because other people have come out and have challenged me and have done so politely, Johnny. You have been anything but polite. You have been a jackass and a jerk the entire time, and that's why I fucking banned you from my server. Grow up. Grow up. You can disagree with me and do it in a way that's mature and polite. Okay? You can figure it out. Oh, aren't you mature now? You're gonna do a bunch of emojis. You're just so mature. Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, you're mature. Yay you. Absolutely. Huh. Huh, 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 huh. Let's give you a little timeout, Johnny. You need a little timeout, buddy. You're starting to get a little tantrum and you're starting to like do a little thing here. Let's give you a timeout, buddy. Put you in the corner. If he can even drive, be surprised, right? Right. Okay. Oh, so here's the funny thing. Like, so, how do I put this? I come from a family that some of my family members are very emotional. They lose their temper, they swear a lot, all that stuff. I'm an accountant. I work in a very professional setting. You have to be, first of all, most accountants don't have a lot of emotion anyways because we're all about the numbers and things like that and da 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 da. But I've also been a manager and a director. And one thing I've learned that when it comes to bullies, there's sometimes in a career where I can't just walk away from a bully. A great example of this. Have I participated in Animaster beatdowns? What are those? So here's a great story, guys. And whatnot. And I want to play a controller for some reason now because I feel like I want to control a bunch of things. No, I want to play Flicker Fuse. Okay, so here's a story, guys. So I was working for a company and they promoted me to a director, which means I manage managers, but I was pretty young. One of the older directors didn't like that, so he constantly belittled me, did these snide remarks and everything else. Now the thing is, I can't just walk away because I have to work in the same place as him. I can't fire him because I'm not his boss. We're at the same level. I can't go whining to the boss because it doesn't make me look like that I'm ready to play with the big boys if I whine because someone's hurting my feelings, right? I had to learn how to deal with bullies and do it in a way, obviously that, was effective or whatever have you. So I learned a few techniques over the years. One of those was being very direct and honest. I don't lose my cool. I don't lose my temper. I don't swear all the time because I'm out of control. But I've learned that sometimes being direct, looking somebody in the eye, using the occasional swear word so they know I'm being serious or being very stern, whatever it takes, can help get the message across to them. And out of the two managers that used to give me a really, really big problem, no longer give me a problem anymore because they know I won't back down and I'll come and face them in the face or whatever have you. Now, obviously, dealing with the internet's not the same thing. Johnny doesn't work for me. I don't work for Johnny. We're not working in a company. Blah, 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 blah. But, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, you've been in accounting for 40 years? No wonder we like each other, Uncle Sloth. Let's see. Animaster is a GM that spawns every hour in the graveyard. You'll often see people announcing when he is close to spawning effort to bring people over. Is a GM. GM? Grand Monster? I don't do a lot of the big monsters, if that's what you're asking. I probably could one day, but group play is not something that usually grabs me, but sure. You hit them once, he gets defeated, you get merits from the defeat. From Animaster, you get 16 merits. Oh, not shabby for something you're just participating in. And it's in Dark Astoria, so you probably need to be level 50, I take it? Giant monster. I want to say Grand Monster for some reason. Hey, Yuki, how are you doing today? Absolutely. How are you doing, Yuki? I don't know which character is yours, though. Yeah, I know you don't have to join a group, but you're going to participate with a group. To me, it's the same difference, right? But sure. I will say, if I'm doing a story arc and there's a big monster and people are beating on it, I'll go help them beat on it as long as you get a lick in. It's the same thing in Guild Wars, by the way. Guild Wars 2. If you see a big monster, go and beat them up, and you get a little something. Yeah. Getting ready to retire. Oh, nice, Uncle Sloth. I'm hoping to retire in the next decade. Lovely. Well, how you doing, Yuki? I'm the little redhead fairy lady and such. You did miss my very handsome blaster dude earlier, but now you're stuck with the fairy chick. Yeah, totally. Totally. Yeah, I know some, but I've seen a couple of big monsters here. We even did, when we did Synapse, we got the big, huge clockwork monster, and we all beat him together. Yeah, no, nothing wrong with that, Cloud. Nothing wrong with that. Free 16 merits. Who doesn't like some 16 merits? Absolutely. There's some, if you do Team Task Force, and some of them are easy, there's the Task Force the week, I'm sure you're aware, it gives you twice as many merits as normal. We got over 100. Now, granted, it took 2 hours, but we got over 120 for Synapse, because it was a double merits. And if you're doing a level 50 character, you also get the Notice of the Whale. Absolutely. Yeah, we did Babbage, and I forget how many merits we got, but it was extra merits because we did Babbage on the way. Oh, by the way, I have artwork for Cinderfuse. Or not Cinderfuse, whatever her name is. Firefuse, something Fuse. There she is. Flicker Fuse. Yeah. So let me go and I don't know. What am I doing with this character? Well, we got a couple things going on. Oh, right. I forgot about this one earlier. Maybe I can do this now because I'm 2 levels above it. Maybe. In Perez Park. Oh, Donnie's at it again. Naughty, Johnny. You don't want me to put you on timeout again. Can you behave, or do I need to put you in the corner, buddy? Do I need to put you in the corner? I'll do it. Here, let's give you a little quick second so that it has a time to catch up. Yeah. Well, I have I have a couple of fire-themed characters with different names. See if I can get this one to Perez Park over here and go kill some things. Oh, Johnny's just not gonna behave. We'll put him on a longer timeout, and maybe he'll learn. There's a little timeout for you, buddy. All right. Let's go beat up some guys. What do I need to beat up for this mission? I need to beat up Circle of Thorns. Huh. A black circle around me. Barrier radial empathy. Oh, fancy. All right, clockwork. Where's the Circle of Thorns when you need it? Oh, hello, Circle of Thorns. That's a lot of circle. A lot of thorns. Well, nothing could possibly go wrong with this. Let's see if we can do that again. Crispy fry. Everybody loves a crispy fry. There we goes. Oops. Dang nabbit. Alrighty. This is straight off the video of how to solo a controller, right? More Circle of Thorns. That's a lot of. You can hardly see with all that green glow in the way, but why let that stop me? Wow, does it always have to be lieutenants? Can we get, like, just, I don't know, a non-lieutenant kind of mob there? Yeah, might not survive this. We got a couple of inspirations left. We can do this. Ooh. Well, that was exciting. That'll get the adrenaline going. Anybody's still alive in chat? I'll make sure I didn't like completely shut it down when I was trying to deal with our good friend Johnny there. Do you have a video on how to get to the beta server? I thought I did. I have to double check. That's a great question. Because I thought I did a video on it, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh gosh. I need 2 more and there's like, I don't know, a gaggle of them over here. Yeah, nothing could go wrong here. Oh, I'm stunned? Oh, that's not good. When the controller gets stunned, that's hardly good news. Ah. Yeah. I need like 1 more. 1 more! I hate Prez Park because they're like super high density here. Stupid quest. Yeah, and then you have to find the darn things, right? Gosh, look at them. There's like 8 million of these things. Like, the density in here is supposed to be for whole groups. So I don't know why a story arc tells a single player to come to an area that's designed for whole groups, but here we are. I'm sure if Johnny was here, he'd have like a really cool set bonuses on his level 8 character and would just tear through this stuff, but us plebes are just trying to figure out how to survive. Gosh, tons of clockwork. Why is there a ton of clockwork in the forest, but not a... Can't find a circle of thorns to save my life. Oh, there's like 10 of them right there. Finally found a group, but of course, again, they only come in like sets of 12 here in Perez Park. All right, whew. We're gonna fly away. We're not even trying to finish the rest of them off. Try to get away and see where that gets me. Whew. All right, so she's giving me a talk to Guinevere mission. Well, I did. Talk to security chief. Steel cannon. Boop a doop a doop a doop. Take me to Steel Canyon. Now, talk to security chief over here. Let me see if there's any exploration badges on my way over there, since, you know, I'm on this side of town. Is it like down here in the corner? Yeah, right there. There it is. Got that guy there. All right. So what else is new going on with anybody tonight? Any new fun, exciting going on? It's been quiet on our server tonight. Hey, no one really talking. Let me just check the server real quick. Defeat 10 outcast. Well, there's 10 over there, but they're like level 13. Lovely. I love how they give you these missions and they're like super, super hard. Stupid madness mages. Uncle Sloth, what is your favorite archetype? Let's grab some of this. Grab a little bit of... Okay, I already got the reveal. Do I have teleport to mission? Mission teleport. Oh, I need 1,000,000. Lovely. Controller. Cloud. Have you seen me? Have you seen me soloing this controller, Cloud? Soloing controllers is the new hotness. This is a controller here. All right, finally, maybe I'll get into a mission. Finally, be able to beat something up. A lot of these hero missions, I swear they take forever to kind of get to the point. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait. Cloud, you know, I thought we were friends, buddy. But first you dump on controllers, and now you're taking a dump ski on Sentinels too? OMG. Okay, I'm kind of getting tired of the cutscenes here, really. I just want to play the game. Like, come on, just move on. Yeah, Uncle Sloth, so my second favorite class to solo, my first favorite class is Sentinels, my second is Dominators. Controllers were nowhere on my radar because they kill so slowly. It's like watching paint dry. Dominators are slow, but they're bearable, right? We all have our thresholds of what we're willing to put up with. But with all that being said, I have found a way to basically solo controllers now. And it has becoming a lot more fun for me because I basically learned to weave in Arcane Bolt. I didn't realize Arcane Bolt synergized so well, and it gives you that extra power that you need to solo decently. You're not going to break any DPS records, but as you can kind of see here, I can take down minions rather effectively. And lieutenants even go down pretty fast and such, right? Again, I'm not breaking any world records, but we can easily get through with these guys. No problemo. You're dead. Give you a little hot feet action. Okay, maybe we need to hide you here. There you go. Okay, you're dead. Do you play Corruptors much? Yes, actually, I have quite the suite of Corruptors I can show you after I finish this mission. Absolutely. We can take a look at them. But anyways, going back to Dominators for a second, I often say now I put Dominators near the bottom of my solo tier list, right? But that tier list was trying to be objective as far as like if I'm going to recommend it to new returning players, what is truly great for soloing. And I couldn't, with Dominators, I couldn't put them high up. They were down there because you do have to think carefully. It is not easy to tell a new player, hey, this is the easy way to solo a Dominator, right? And stuff like that. So I did have to kind of, whoa, stop right there, buddy. Okay, there we go. Speaking of, I had to pay a little attention here because I have to be careful how I tear this apart. You definitely have to be careful how you handle situations here or you're gonna get your butt kicked. Oh, great. Yeah, that hot feet takes a lot of stamina. All right, let me take a little knee there. You like my little fairy? Yeah, I don't even know how I came up with this one. Because this is just, so you guys know me, when I do a new character, I don't generally spend a lot of time in the outfit. I do it very quick. And then if they make it to the 20s and 30s, I'm still enjoying the character. Then I try to take more time, make them something better. But I think I saw like there was fairy wings in the system, and I'm like, let me try to make a, something that's kind of like themed after being a fairy, and so we got this. So we have to have the fairy ears, make it very small as possible, smallest character I could make. And then put the fairy wings on it, and we're good to go. And we got a lot of mobs up here, so this should be really, really fun for our Yale controller here. And there we go. We're tearing through it. Like, those 3 just went down like that. Like, I've gotten good with controllers now. Support heal secondary. Attack as a secondary is very hard to get used to. Oh. Well, Uncle Sloth, I kind of found it easy because you control them, then you beat the crap out of them. That's the Dominator was easier for me to solve than controller, because I'm like, well, it's not that the controller was hard. It was just I would get bored and quit because it took so long, because I didn't understand the synergy with Arcane Bolt. Like, without Arcane Bolt and just using a T1, T2 takes so long to kill people. And this is with kinetics, right? This character has kinetics. Am I being held? Son of a gun. You can't control the controller. That's not okay. Boom. Like, just takes apart lieutenants. No problem. No problemo. I do over Dominator. Why? Why would you choose control over a Dominator on a solo? Now, again, I'm always talking solo, right? But why would you take why would you take a control over a side? So let me show you my characters, by the way. But why would you do that? Because the control is very simple. The premise in solo is very simple. Lock them down, then beat the crap out of them. Right? So let me show you, like, I can show you any Dominator here. So here's my Dominator's controllers. Oh, and one of you is asking about Corruptors. Let me just talk about that first. My favorite Corruptors by far is Water Blast Storm Summoning. Storm Summoning gives you a lot of slowdowns and blowbacks, knockbacks and such that might as well be a hard control. And Water Blast is a ton of fun, and they work really well together. Water Blast gives you AoE DOT that works really well with the corruption mechanic. Then there's Fire Time. This one's a little bit harder to solo, but when it works really good because you got a lot of DOT and fire, which again works well with corruption. You're slowing them down with time, and it can work really, really well. I do have this Ice Cold Dominator I've been farting around with. I'm not 100% happy with them yet, and I believe it was Cloud who gave me a suggestion of maybe trying Ice Radiation, so I might remake him as Ice Radiation here. Root of Sorrow here is Dark Blast Nature Affinity. The reason why I like this one is a lot of like empathy and such. Pain has a lot of powers that don't work well in solo because they only work for allies. But Nature, on the other hand, works pretty well in solo. I'm not telling you this is a great build yet. I haven't had a lot of time to test it and whatnot, but so far it's been working pretty well for me. And then what's one of my up and rising deals is and I need to work on this outfit, again, it's just a placeholder, is Sonic Dark Miasma. Sonic, of course, gives you negative resistance on enemies, and Dark Miasma has a lot of debuffs as well as a heal that works on yourself. And I believe it has a pretty cool pet. So I've been enjoying this one so far. This one actually has been doing probably better than either of these two, if I had to be honest. All right, so let's talk about Dominators, right? And I'm gonna let you pick. We can pick Cinder Flare, who's Pyrotechnic. Well, I'm sorry, we can pick Stardust, who's Mine and Psionic. Cinder Flare, who's Pyro Fire. Polite Punisher, who's Arsenal. And Blue Lazuli, who is Symphony Martial Arts. Now, the other ones I don't want to pick because they're still being worked on. But pick one of these and I'll show you how well they play. They're really great for solo. Yeah, I do have this mini shocker who's going to be my electric. I have not worked things out in her outfit. It's awful, I know, but I have not really worked much out with this one yet. So this one I took out for a test run the other day after farming her up to 15. And this has not been nearly as fun because gravity control apparently has numerous damaging powers, but not as much control as I would like. The whole point of Dominators, their secondary already does damage, so I don't need their primary to do a bunch of damage. I need their primary to hold things down. So, yeah. You did a Storm Electric Defender way back before Corruptors existed? Yeah. Corruptors are just easier to solo because they do significantly more damage, and therefore things die before they overwhelm you. With Defender, even though I know it's the same power set, it's just reverse, the problem is you don't do enough damage and things tend to overwhelm you. Or at least with me, they tend to overwhelm me before, before I can, kill them or whatever have you. So, go figure. Yeah, that's the only thing. So let me show you. I'll pick, I don't know, between these two here because they're lower levels, so you get a little bit more of a distilled experience. We'll go for the lowest level, maybe. Just keep it simple. Blue Zilly. Okay, phew. There's a time delay, but I clicked on Blue Zilly before you said it in the chat, so that'll work. We'll show you Symphony and Martial Arts. Now, normally, here's a fun fact. I really hate using melee attacks on squishy characters like blasters. I hate blappers. I won't say hate. I just don't agree with the playstyle. Let's put it that way. So the fact that I like martial arts. So what happens, I made this character to kind of mimic Black Canary from DC Comics, right? She's Sonic. She does Sonic attacks, and she's a really good martial artist. And I figure I give it a try in this game. If I don't like it, I just put her on the shelf, and she'll be on my trash tab and whatever. It turns out this is actually super fun and super addictive. It's a little risky. It is risky, but it's super fun and super addictive. Let's show you how. Let's see if we can find a little mission here. Now, she could probably do ×2, but I'm going to try not to get over my head. I'll probably have a bad pull anyways, where it'll be like it's +2. So let's get over here and... Oh, and we have artwork for Blue Lazuli, of course. Of course we do. Somewhere, Lazuli. There we go. Check this artwork out, guys, right? Yeah. All right. So what I like about this, I'm never going to say, this is the Canary build. I'm never going to say this kills as fast as a Brute or anything like that. It's not about the speed. It's just about the power fantasy of you've got control over things, right? Most of these guys have like a confusion deal, so we'll go ahead and confuse him to start off with. And he'll go over there and start beating the cruddy-duddy out of him. So, generally speaking, I will... Whoa. Something attacking from... No? Oh, no. I swear something attacking from behind. So, I'll usually, like, hold them all and then start doing martial arts, right? And it's really kind of fun, except for... Oh, I hate these damn force field generators. Alright, so anyways, stupid force field generators. I just like holding them down. And the cool thing about this, I think, is it's really for more advanced players. And again, this is why I rate it low on my solo list. Because you do have to think through how you're taking apart every encounter. You really do need to, look at every encounter and go, okay, am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? How am I going to handle this? You really do got to kind of think through that, right? Whoa. I aggroed him. Shits. I did not know I had another aggro guy out there, so let me just go back out real quick. And let me get my hit points back. That build should confuse the FFG and use it to your advantage. You're right. I should try to. You're right. You're right. Confusing the force field generators is actually a pretty good mood here, honestly. And I got my pet now, so I should pull the pet out as well because we got pets. You'll often see me when I'm soloing doms. I hardly even use domination. I think this guy had run away and came back, and that's what took me by a little bit of a surprise. But you'll hold him. And then you can just beat the crap out of him with martial arts, and it's just so much fun. Let's go ahead and pull out a pet here. Okay. We'll go ahead and put these guys to sleep. And he's enjoying his nice deep slumber, right? So go ahead and beat the crap out of him. Now that's probably going to wake him up, but that's okay because by the time he gets up off the ground, we got a few more of these things waiting for him. Ah, porters. Of course there's porters. Why wouldn't there be porters? Oh my gosh, this is so funny. We got these two guys beating each other up. Yeah, can I confuse this one here? Let's go ahead. That's the power move, right? Force field generator, confusion on me if he doesn't die first. Okay, what's left? I like it because it's a feeling of playing a little bit chess. Instead of just simply going in and beating the shiz out of everything, you got to make sure things are held or confused and do a little do a little math in your head as far as like, okay, how am I going to take apart each difficult encounter? You can't just go in like a bull in a china shop. You gotta think one step ahead. And if you do it really well, you can take apart some really, really large groups that is a bit harder with a scrap or a brute. But if you flub it up even a little bit, groups that a scrapper or a brute can handle without breaking a sweat will absolutely tear your candy ass up, right? They'll just tear you up. You won't even know it hit you. So the thing I like about control, this is a lot better to me than controller normally, because I do have the extra damage that I can do on these guys, right? You hold them, and then you run up, and you spinning kick them or whatever, and they just go down so quick, right? Look at how fast those guys go down. Definitely much easier to control, especially before, I mean, understand I didn't know about the arcane bolt trick before, and now I do. What have to do to punch this guy in the face? Boom, there we go. So yeah, really takes it out pretty quick with your secondary powers. That's kind of your big advantage over controller. And you still get the pet. I didn't even realize Dominators get the cool pet too. You get the pet, you just don't have as much control over the pet. But honestly, I don't miss it all that much. The pet's not, out of control. Let me confuse that porter so he's working for me. Oh man, the force field generator. Shiz. My confusion's on cooldown. Hurry up. Let's confuse the force field generator. Yay. So I like holding them down, that's going in and kicking the crap out of them. At first I thought this would be too gimmicky, since I'm ripping off a DC comic character to be fun. But to me, this ends up being a crap ton of fun. And you'll hardly see me use a crap ton of all my holding powers. Those are for like, oh shit. Like some of these will tend to be for oh shit moments. But I guess there's nothing stopping me from using like obviously like what we have. We have the big lullaby. We have faux fear. We have disorienting. We have a number of tools at our disposal for taking care of a group. See, they're feeling nice and disoriented now. Come up here and just go to town with them with martial attacks, right? And when your martial attacks are on cooldown, your T1 and T2 holds are still decent attack powers too. Oh, I did not realize there were guys up there. Let me pull them back a bit. Earth electric, we get 2 pets. Oh, nice, nice. I'm thinking some kind of lava theme since volcanoes could sometimes create lightning. Fair enough, fair enough. Well, my blaster is fire and ice, you know, they like representing the 2 different halves in one. Why couldn't you be earth and lightning, right? That could be a fun thing. Great. I'm having a little bit of a hard time. I'm not sure how the... Oh, this guy confused by my pet. Yeah, one of the fun things about dominators and controllers is everybody can be your pet if you're playing one of them with have a confusion power, right? Everything's your pet. Alright, something's still alive shooting me. There it is. Let's finish off these 2 yuckleheads. And you can see I haven't even used domination power yet. No problemo. I still have a pet? There he is. Let's try Confounding Chant. Oh, I'm not sure he bought into it. Here, buddy. Stay still, Porter, and let me kill you. I hate porters. Let me kick you to death. Yeah. You love the extra pets? Yeah, pets can definitely be fun. Definitely. I love masterminds because they always have no shortage of pets. I love the fact that you support them, and I think this game does it better than any other game I've played. Right? What? You missed a bunch of that? I kind of lost track of my keyboard for a second there, and I gotta figure that out. Yeah, my arsenal dominator, he has the floating tripod pet, right? the machine gun. And that's a pretty cute little pet. And it just focuses on doing damage. That confusion did not work. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay, things got a little out of control for a second there. We can't have that. Now, the thing is, if you put like confusion down, but then you like, you know, throw something like an AoE sleep, right? Then the problem is your confusion didn't serve any purpose. So you have to really think through your order of actions. It's not, again, like you play a brute, it's just attack, 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 heal, attack, 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 attack. With Dominator Controller, your order of operations can be very, very important. And if one of your orders, let's say, gets skipped because the enemy resisted or something like that, then you have to be able to kind of improvise on the fly on what the next best order of events is. I just thought it was a bad choice of them to only grant 60% of experience when the confused possession took to kill. That's not the way it works though nowadays, Uncle Slash. Do you know how the XP works with confusion? And we'll see if I can find some... we can do this for science too if I had enough enemies, but I think I'm running out of enemies. Stupid Porter. I hate you, Porter. I hate you so much. So this is a minion here. And we'll watch the thing up here and see how much XP I get. Oh, just kill him already. Alright, so 190 experience for him. So minions are worth about 190 XP. Let's kind of keep that in mind. Alright, so if we confuse him... Okay. And try to let him kill the others as much as possible. We'll just try to... We're going to try to hold these guys so they don't, you know, kill me. Okay, now my hold is going to do some damage here, right? But we're going to let the confuse... And my pet will do some damage. But I'm doing very minimum damage. I'm going to try to let the control pet do as much as possible. Now, unfortunately, my pet is stunning the freaking confused pet. I swear. Ugh. Remind me next time I want to do a... Come on, confusion, come work for me. Where are you going? Where are you going? There's... What? I don't even know what to make of that, right? Okay. So, we tried. All right, what you're going to see here is I get a lot of XP. Okay, I try my best not to do as any damage, right? And you can see I still got a good chunk of XP. And let me go kill this guy off real quick. All right, 141, 83, 190, 157, a possible 190. The way the XP works nowadays, Uncle, is it's a curve that doesn't go like this based on the percentage of damage you do. Instead, it goes like a parabola curve. And I'll give you some like examples of what it means. If you do 20% of the damage, right, and the confusion does the other 80%, you still get 50% XP. If you do 50% of the damage, you get something like 70 or 80% XP. If you do 70% of the damage, or maybe it's 80, you get 90% of the XP, right? So the point is like the confusion doesn't take off much of the XP unless you let the confusion do almost all the damage. The confusion pet has to do literally like 80% of it to cut your XP in half. 70 or 80% to cut your XP in half. And I posted this in our Discord channel at one point. And you can test it for yourself, and you just saw me kind of do it there, and I'll see if I can do some more tests here. But you gotta let those confusion people do a lot of damage before your XP really gets cut down. So if we take a look at the Polite Punisher, he's so polite. Oh, he's been playing at times too, because why not? Let's be honest. Yeah, so it means, yeah, it is a nice improvement, and it means you don't have to worry about confusion as much anymore. You still, like, it's going to take some of your XP, but not really that much. Don't allow enemies to completely kill each other. You'll be missing out, but make sure you get some damage in there, and that's kind of the message, right? Now, I'm not going to call up my Tri-Cannon pet. We'll do a little bit more, because he's better at area confusion. So, Symphony doesn't have the AoE confusion that something like Plant or Arsenal has. So, we're gonna try to smoke canister these guys, so they'll be super confused once they start hitting each other. So they're gonna start beating the shizpiz out of each other. I'm gonna try to kill this guy by myself here. Oh, come on, just kill him. Alright, so he's dead. These guys mostly sort of killed each other, I guess, but... Alright, so let's take a look at the log. Do I have a log here? Alright. That's not very helpful. We had too many freaking weird shit in there. We have too many lieutenants. Too many lieutenants, I say. Yeah, smoke cancer. Yeah, those are the worst kind. He looks like a stageman. What? No, he's a polite punisher. Look at him. No, he's got the goggles, and he's a dapper-looking gentleman. Oh, I've got artwork for him, too. Because of course I do, right? There he goes. Look at that. Isn't he awesome? I don't know if I can run up there and butt him without pulling aggro, but we'll see. Killing this guy with lieutenant without my pet is a little... Alright. So let's see. We have minions up here. Alright, so I'm going to try my best to confuse these guys. I'm going to try to kill one very quickly. Is he dead? Son of a gun, just die! Alright, I think I got 507 experience for him. Now, these guys are kind of beating each other up. I'll get a little damage in here, right? But that next one should hopefully die from confusion. But I got a little damage in there. Not a lot. Alright, just a little. Uh-oh, they're no longer confused. Do I have any more confusion? I have to wait for the smoke canister to come off cooldown. Usually, one smoke canister is all it takes for a fight. There they go. Finish beating each other up, guys. We're doing this for science. Alright, so you see I only got 270 for that one because I didn't do much of the damage there. Now this guy, he's mostly half health from mostly confusion, right? I did one shot in there, I think. So we'll go ahead and finish him off with bullets. And we get 392. So I got, what, 80% of the experience there? So that's what I'm saying. Like, it gives you good XP. As long as you get in there and you get some damage in. So I've stopped worrying about it. I use confusion with abandon nowadays. Everybody's a winner with confusion. Oh, they're even more of a winner with mass confusion. Liquid nitrogen, flashbang. Yeah. Hey, Frieden, how are you doing today? How's it going? It's going okay. We had a little bit of a heart-to-heart earlier with our good friend Johnny, but he's been quiet now that I put him on timeout for a while, so, you know, there's that. There's that. Oh, we got a Frieden voice as well. He's everywhere. It's 360 Frieden. It's 360 Frieden. And now that we're done doing our confusion test, I can pull out the pet and I'll kill significantly faster with the pet. So now our Dominator can really kick ass. Because Dominators are the best. Okay, they're not the best. I just think they're the most fun, but they're not the best. I won't lie, they're not the best. So how's it going, Frieden?
Not bad. I put together I just put together a new controller today.
Nice.
I went with fire as the primary and time manipulation as the secondary.
Oh, yeah. So is that, and that's on a blaster, corruptor, or what?
Controller.
Oh, controller.
Pretty deadly, actually.
Nice,
even with just
nice.
single origins. Mind you, endurance, what's that? I don't get to see that anymore.
Endurance is for wimps.
Between my two toggles, it's like you don't need your endurance after like 2 attacks.
Right. And for those of you watching the stream, you just saw me take down a pretty bad pull there. This is set to ×2. He's only using SOs. He's only level 28. And that was a bad pull. So that was like 2 groups at ×2, which is probably closer to ×3.5. And took care of it. I didn't even burn a lot of inspirations there. I don't even know if I used any. And got through it no problem. Just kept the situation under control. Who are you shooting at? Stupid pet. Oh gosh. No, pet's got him. Pet's taking care of him. Let's see here. On live, they would make you take it off your bars if you're running a task force. Take what off your bars? Uncle Sloth. But yeah, we were just kind of talking Dominators and Controllers because somebody whose name shall remain unmentioned said that he didn't like playing Dominators and Controllers, which of course, you know, that's just sacrilege. That's just sacrilege. Oh, by the way, Cloud, imagine that ice slick from our region ice sentinel, or I'm sorry, scrapper, but like twice the radius. Yeah, let the fun begin. I guess it doesn't work very well if they fly.
You're all by your lonesome, Phil. Did you want company or are you good?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good at the moment. But hold on a second. What's he saying? I lost too much XP? What do you mean I lost too much XP, Uncle Sloth? I'm not, what? I've lost maybe 1 minion. I don't even think you could add up I think if I'm an accountant if I trade. 507 is the max I can get. There's one at 450, one at 435, one at 355. If I add up the deficiency from 507 maximum, I don't even get a full mob of lost XP. Not even probably half a mob of lost XP. Maybe half a mob of lost XP. That's not a big deal for killing things quicker. Now, you don't have to use confusion. I just find that it kills things so much faster. So if I can kill things twice as fast, but I take a 10% reduction in XP, that's totally worth it where I come from. Because they're helping me do my job.
Yeah, some of the crew this evening helped me build this character out, and at least got me to level 10 before they were like, bedtime.
Oh, and that, oh yeah. So it's a controller you got to level 10. You
Well,
say
she's
controller?
19 now. I had to, I fought my way through there, but...
Oh, you had to take it off in live because you lost too much XP, says Uncle Sloth. Oh, I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. Okay, time delay. Yeah, time delay in these videos makes it hard. But I see what you're saying now. You were told to take it off because it cost the group too much XP. Completely fair and understandable. Yeah, if you got a level 9 controller you need some help with, we could definitely run something after I finish this. You know what's really funny is watching a group of these confused guys just go at it after each other.
Oh, my one friend loves using his Seeds of Confusion on his controller, just watching them kill each other. I understand the logic myself. It's better to have less XP and survive the combat than get mowed down.
Well, and as I've been pointing out, they did fix the XP so that or fix confusion so the XP loss isn't nearly as brutal. So you can confuse with abandon now. So I confused that whole group, and if we take a look at like the last batch of these guys that I did, we see 507, 47, 415, 507, 507, 507, 267, 400, 507. So I might have lost one enemy worth out of that. But I did not kill them. I did not do the heavy lifting in their deaths there. That was totally them doing the heavy lifting for me.
Nice.
The way nature intended, of course. You know, and honestly, I'll be fair. I wouldn't use it a whole lot if these guys weren't flyers. If they were ground-based enemies, I usually use the ice slick just to keep tripping them up. But having them kill each other does make things go faster. I'm sure Cloud is like watching this right now. He's like, oh, this is so awesome. I'm going to roll up a Dom right now.
Well, it is interesting watching you. That's for sure.
Where'd he go? He's like, I'm going to keep teleporting behind you. Uh-oh. Oh, we need to put a little Cloud here and kind of confuse all these guys. Chew broken glass. Yeah, it plays so much better and the XP is much better. Yeah. Right, chew broken glass. Why? This is fun. It's really the power fantasy of I control a bunch of people, right? Like that's the selling point for me is I can go into a group of these guys and just say, you know, screw all of you. You know, you're going to be choking up on tear gas and you're completely useless while my pet and I tear you apart. There's so much these guys are suffering through. And the thing about Arsenal control is that their smoke clouds tend to work over and over again, right? So every 3 seconds or so it tends to proc. So, yeah, it can reinfect somebody over and over again, even if they manage to save. I do like that the tear cast is making them throw up too. It's very, very powerful. And like if my Scrapper or Brute level 25 came into a group like that, what would they have done without inspirations? Like I didn't use a single inspiration on that. I think my Brute would have absolutely gotten her ass handed to her. Maybe not, but it would have required some inspiration. I almost promise you. I just don't see how my Brute would have been able to handle that without inspirations. Oh, that's another thing I kind of like about this gas thing. So I put the gas down here, confused them, but then the other ones who were further away ran into it, and now they're confused because it keeps proccing every few seconds. You feel that way about what? What do you mean you feel that? What you feel? What you feel like? Stalkers are like eating broken. Stalkers are fun. Have you seen Stalkers? You stab people in the kidney over and over. It's so good. It's so good. I hate playing stealth games, but I like playing Stalkers in this game because they're powerful. And they're fast. They're not like other games where you have to be super stealthy and slow and wait for the right moment. Boring. You've never been able to do Stalkers? Well, I can show you how to do Stalkers real easy. The right attitude. We only show you, Stalkers are easier to play than Dominators. With Dominators, I feel like I have to do like a, 15-minute YouTube video. With Dominators and Controllers, I have to do like a 20-minute video showing you like, okay, in this situation you're going to do this, and in this you're going to do that. Especially low level when you have few control powers, right? Like you have to be really careful. With Stalkers, I can show you really easy how to play a Stalker. Oh yeah. Yeah. But have I gone through and like show you the steps, right? Like it's pretty easy. It's pretty fast. Right, Wandering? You play Stalkers all the time, don't you, Wandering?
I haven't played one lately, but I used to get a couple. They can be fast, though a lot of times it's when you assassinate. It's lots of fun.
Right. Now, I'll be honest with you, Ladera. Honestly, personally, for my money, this psionic melee stalker I've made, psionic ninjutsu, is really fun and probably the best of what I've played so far out of the 3. Partly because she can mind control somebody with Boggle, which just confuses them. So it makes it easier to tear apart packs of enemies because one of them is working for you, right? But I'm going to show you, I'm going to up my difficulty here, and I'm going to play a more difficult one, right? I'm going to play, let's say, Kinetics. Doesn't matter. Kinetics, Street Justice, yeah, either one plays the same. Okay? Is this a red side character? Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're red side, white side, I guess blue side. I guess they pretty much play the same. I don't know. Are my characters, do I have a blue side? I think I have a blue side Stalker. I think that other one was blue side. I think my evil robot would be red side because that kind of, fits the whole evil robot profile. Alright, so let's do blue side Stalker, okay? She's Street Justice. I really, this is an ugly outfit. Don't criticize the outfit. I don't even know if I like this character yet, but don't do it. Don't criticize them. Look for kidnapping victims in Skyway City. Really? Can I just... Yeah, okay. Let me just see if I can do some street clean. Is there some regular enemies around here? Street sweep, maybe. They're only level 12. That's kind of sad. Okay, here's a level... Oh, level 15 boss. Yeesh. Okay, well, okay, this should be fun. Level 15 boss. Yay! Nothing could possibly go wrong with... Oh, gosh, don't hit me with the truck. Yeah, this is probably setting myself up for failure. I've never tried a stalker against a boss before. Let's try that. Oh, not too shabby. So you're always going to, of course, start off in stealth. Yeah, I mean, obviously that kind of goes without saying. Gosh, can you hit something? Thank you. Always start off in stealth. Let's see. I need to find like a mission. Skyway City. Why does it have to be Skyway City? Hug. Yeah. Yeah, you just saw her take down a boss. And this is not some special super hot build, guys. You know me. I'll show you the enhancements. Reds and yellow. Reds and yellow. That's it. 2 reds, 1 yellow. Nothing rocket science there. I mean, I'm the guy who puts literally three things in super jump. That's what I do. Oh, I have artwork for this character too. You guys want to see it? Let me see here. Surgical Striker. Got a really unique name here. I had to look up the name to find out the artwork. There you go. Got a Bigfoot there on the screen.
Oops. All right. That way.
So wondering, what have you been working on today while I'm running to find some trouble for my stalker to get into?
Right now I am playing my level 20 defender again.
Nice. Slow and steady, right? Wins the race?
Yeah, it's almost like what do you call it? It's almost like meditation because it's not really like requiring that much dedication or effort.
All right, guys.
That's fair.
If you can get a defender that doesn't require that much effort, you're much better player than I am, because I've shown streams. I'm like screaming for my life like a little girl at a lieutenant with a defender because I just can't whittle their hit points before they whittle mine. Stupid bosses. Okay, so let me show you guys how this works. So in single player, normally you're going to fight 3 minions or 1 lieutenant and a minion. So generally speaking, I want to start off with lieutenant because I'm going to come out of the shadows and do my mega strike, right? So we're going to come out of there and just take that lieutenant first. And it's that easy to finish off the lieutenant. Now I just got to worry about this minion. And usually it's just regular hits to kill off this minion. Now, you'll notice that my Assassin Strike is recharging. There is, if the combat goes on too long, there's 2 ways to do Assassin Strike when it comes off a cooldown. I mean, you can use it straight up, and you can, and it does decent damage. But generally, you want to wait till it's procced and it's glowing, okay? You need, because if you read the small print, a signature stalker attack. This attack does superior smashing damage on its own as a frontal attack and cannot be interrupted, right? However, if it is executed while you're hidden, this attack will do tremendous damage as you waylay your unsuspecting foe. This attack may be interrupted if you move or attack while executing the power and are hidden. Because when you're hidden, it's just a big wind up. So, don't move while you're doing it. Using this power while not hidden has a chance to critically hit equal to 33% times the number of stacks of Assassin's Focus. Assassin's Strike builds 2 combo levels. Using Assassin's Strike when not hidden will remove all stacks of Assassin's Focus regardless of whether or not you critically hit. So you want to build up Assassin's Focus, right? And whatever have you. And most of your attacks, has a chance to do Assassin's Doodad and whatever have you. So let me see here. Now, on top of this, because I'm using Street Justice has its own combo system, and I'm going to ignore that for a minute. But my point is that normally when attacking with the regular powers, Assassin's Strike will light up because you've got that combo built up, and you can use that to get a free critical hit for a ton of damage. Hey, Roll, how are you doing today? Now, keep that in mind. If you're fighting a bunch of enemies at once, and that thing lights up, don't use it on enemies that's on 5 hit points. Tap to another enemy, critically hit them, wipe them out, then go back to the guy with 5 hit points and hit him with your low attack, right? You have to manage your strikes on your character. But when coming out of the shadows, don't use your don't use your free critical hit on a minion. Use it on Lieutenant. Get a good chunk of his hit points and you can finish him off with a couple of quick jabs. And boom, he's dead. Okay, that's your typical single player-y scenario. I'll go back into the shadows and we'll just keep going from minion to minion, stabbing him in the kidneys, I like to call it. Oh my gosh, just die. Now I'm going to stay out of stealth and just kind of take these one after the other to kind of show, the combo flow here. Okay, so now the Assassin's Strike is up. Boom. See, that guy's dead. You gotta pay attention, and you can melt things quickly with this. Now, you have one other thing at your disposal as a Stalker, and that's Placate. Placate will allow you to basically go into hiding. So, do that. He's looking around. Assassin's Strike. Boom, Lieutenant dead. Lieutenant dead. Okay? So, what Assassin's Strike does is it feels like a scrapper in a lot of ways, but instead of random crits randomly doing extra damage, you manage the crits. You get them when you come out of stealth. You get them when you use Placate on an enemy. You get them when you build up a combo through your other strikes, and it lights up. But it also has a 10-second cooldown, so you can't just spam it all over the place. So, 15-second, whatever it is. I tend to play Stalkers with the attack powers where Assassin's Strike replaces an otherwise lackluster power, takes the place of it for a scrapper trigger break. Yeah, that could work. So does this help, Ladera? Do you see how easy it is to just kick butt as a Stalker? I need a key to enter? Son of a gun. Got your key right here. It's my middle finger. It opens up any door.
So does C4.
That's true. Was that the key? Did I get a key? Probably not. Yeah, anybody can play. I think anybody can play Stalker. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're playing on ×2 ×3 in the early levels, it's going to be harder than it would be for a brute or even for a controller, I think, because the stalker's biggest weakness, in my opinion, is being outnumbered. Like heavily outnumbered. So you have to be careful of some of those situations. So when you put those difficulties up, get ready. And that's where you really get to put this knowledge to the test and, manage your crits and know when to run away sometimes and all that other jazz. But in most dungeons, I find it pretty easy. It has a terrible ST attack powers, but it'll have a great one when you're a stalker. What do you mean by ST? Has terrible ST, like stalker type? What's ST? Strong? Single target. But you'll have a great one when you're a stalker. Ooh, single target. Boom. Punches them in the face. It's fine. Alright, so what should we run? Do you want to run something? Somebody want to run something? Did somebody say want to run something? I don't remember.
Oh, I think that was me.
Was that you?
Yeah, that was
Was
me and
that
my
you?
controller who's having fun trying to solo stuff. Not doing so well.
Controller solo. Have you seen my how to control solo video yet?
Oh, I'm more or less trying to take too much flack over what I can actually do, I think it's the problem.
Ah. Let's see. I have a few challenges that most people don't. I can only play with one hand for most part. Oh, okay. Yeah, that can make it harder, to be sure, Ladera. That's completely fair. And that can make it hard to play. That can make it harder to play a stalker. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to join you.
Oh yeah, I can come join you. I was just showing off the showing somebody how to play a stalker because I do think they are pretty cool to play. But in my opinion, they do shine a little bit better as a solo character. I do find it hard to do groups with them, except for maybe with a controller. Or Dominator, where they can keep them locked down so you can just kidney stab things and stuff. That could work as a pairing, but for the most part, I think I use them mostly in solo with low numbers of enemies. I'd move up the pluses of the enemies before I would move the number of enemies too high. Are you playing villain or hero?
I can be either side. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, I'm
right
gonna
now.
join
I'm
you.
playing on the. Right now, I'm on the hero side, so.
Alrighty. Let's see. You're level 20-ish, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Excelsior, if that means anything for you.
Oh, that's the only place we play. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Well, people who were helping me earlier were on Indomitable, so I just kind of switched back and forth between the servers.
Silly people on their Indomitable. Let's try old root of maybe we could try old root of sorrow here. Or we could try thermal lapse, and that's a defender, and we could kill things very slowly together. But a corruptor should be able to kill things a little bit faster.
She looks pretty cool too.
Yeah, she's a corrupted twig, and that's why it's very thin, and she's very thin and skinny, and stuff. Supposed to be a corrupted twig. I have to work on the outfit again. I'm just haven't even figured out if I like the character, but I said I want this to look like corrupted nature, right? So if you want to meet me here in Ouro, we can start a new Ouro.
Sure, I can do that. No, I can't. I don't have an Ouroboros portal.
No, where are you at?
Steel Canyon right now. I'll hang up my positron for a second.
Let's see here. Are you on the global friends list yet? Let's see.
Ooh.
Oh, we gotta fix that. So you're in Steel Canyon, huh? Let's see.
Yep.
Steel Canyon, Steel Canyon.
Or I could just meet you in
What?
Atlas if you'd like.
Too late. I'm almost there. What about Cloud? What about corruptors? Do you think those are also like chewing glass and taking a visit to the dental office? Oh, and of course, I have a picture for this character too. Because why wouldn't I? Wasabi. Right, I think I have a picture for this character. Maybe I don't. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I got a picture of Root. There we go. Check that out. Yeah. Look at that badass picture. Yeah. There we go. See, that's how you know this is professional. All right. What's your character's name?
I am called. Give me a second. Oh, right. Chronal Flames. Duh.
Okay,
Oh, there
send
you
you
are.
invite.
Howdy.
And we'll fly on over there. Somebody joined.
Hello.
Oh,
This is Karsten or
it's
KSC3.
Karsten. There you are. Another fun day in Karsten Dice.
Got my first 50 since live.
Nice. Well on your way to having your first full page of 50s. Thank you for hanging out, Uncle Sloth. I appreciate it.
Hey. Oh, thank you, thank you.
How did I bring up that list, Ladera? /search in the chat channel. / in the word search. And that way you can easily see all the people in a place and makes it much easier to find them to add them to your team. You don't have to have the exact spelling of their name. Just look for them on the list.
Want a third, or is three too many for you?
We can do a third if it's we're doing like level 20ish stuff.
Sure, I don't mind. Some noble thorn right in front of you.
What does it say? How'd you bring up that list? Congratulations. What? Congratulations. Oh,
Congrats on your 50.
Might have been to me.
yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh no, low 50. Yeah, Scrapper might just overrun everything on a 20, but
I'm not slotted out yet, so
alpha powers and everything.
not
so
yet. Not yet.
This is one of my favorite ones to test characters on. Is Rumblings of the Past Fault Line Chapter 1. It's a great 3-door mission to test out your characters because you have to fight an elite boss at the end, or 3 people might be an archvillain. Probably not, but you never know. But it's a good one. I used this to test on my characters, and this is where my defender died over and over and over. Like the very first fight I got into this, which is a lieutenant and minion, defender died.
Oh,
because that's what they do. Yeah, just say teleport to the contact, and then that'll take you to the fault line.
Ah, okay. Silly me.
Aren't there usually NPCs to help you on this one? Oh no, wait! I'm the last mission in there, like with the sub nearby. Oh yeah, that one can be tricky depending on your build.
Oh, let's see here. Do all your characters usually 5 cloud? I would say 75% of my characters fly. 20% of them jump, and the other 5% is something different. Yeah, but yeah, most of my characters fly. It's just easier to get around. Plus, I like the power fantasy of flying.
Ooh, I guess drugging up route for most of this adventure.
Hey, Popsico, how are you doing today? Yeah, I suppose the subs have grown. I'll be honest, I haven't really paid much attention to those numbers. I do kind of look at the video numbers just to see, how many people are eyeballing each one, because that kind of tells me what videos you guys are looking to the most. But I haven't really paid much attention to the sub numbers. I'll be right back. Let me go grab my cat real quick. BRB.
All right. Those guys do not need to see. Got a boss behind us when you're done mopping up those guys.
I see. Ooh, he's red. I think we got him. Having some support to go with the damage always helps out.
Yeah. That's always nice, isn't it?
Yeah. I see that boss up there. Get down here. Get down here where I can hit you.
But screw up his ability to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running 2 different debuffs on the 2 hit.
Oh, well, I'm super reflexes, so it's gonna stack pretty well.
Oh yeah. Hopefully Phil gets back.
Yeah. Do the whole mission without him.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to do that. That'd be rude.
So it's mainly the last mission that can be tricky.
Okay, sorry about that. Whew.
Welcome back.
By the way, here's Power Kitty. Meow meow. Look at him, he's so cute and fluffy. Meow 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 meow. Alright, what do you guys say? What the top power set is? The top power set is Nature Affinity. So it's Dark Blast, Nature Affinity, Corruptor, and whatnot. Yeah.
That invite's from me, by the way.
What's that? Oh,
that invite on the screen's from me, by the way.
oh okay.
So.
Good to know, because somebody hates me right now. All right, cool. All right. So... So you can see, like even with the level 50 with just SOs, you probably won't take a whole lot of damage from these guys, because you probably got really great defenses at this point.
Well, their 2 hit is being debuffed too.
Yeah, I have 2 -2 hit debuffs going at the same time.
Oh yeah, combine them with defense. Oh yeah.
So,
Be lucky.
Combine
if
that
they
with
hit ya.
super reflexes, and yeah, they're not going to hit me much. And I don't even
Let's
have all
see.
my slots filled. I haven't actually put anything into my slots in like 10 levels because I keep forgetting to get around to it.
You don't need to if you're using IOs. No, they won't break.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'll
yeah, but I mean,
blind
like
those
half my
guys.
slots are empty. And this is a lot of guys.
Yeah, I'll blind those guys for us. I'll come over here and give you a hand. Oops, let's not hit those guys.
Only tricky part with staff fighting. I love staff fighting, but I've got one center AoE and 2 cones, so I gotta try to get adjusted for that.
Good time to do that.
Once you hit them,
There's everyone. Doo, 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 doo.
and being a scrapper, I don't really have taunt, so not quite like having a tank with you.
Oh, we make do though, it looks like. Oh, shit. We have more friends.
Scourge. I'd like to see those words scourge.
I'm thinking about
Oh,
Congrats.
congratulations.
When you see
I
scourge.
wish other games would make the level up as fancy as they do here. You're talking about DOMs. I'm thinking about remaking my the electric DOM that I had on live. I remember that was a lot of fun.
There we go.
I heard
Hi.
Fusionette over this way.
Scourge.
The only trick with sapper characters like electric is that it's one of those all or nothing things. Is that unless you can get them completely drained, they're effectively not drained at all.
Oh yeah, it's just like hit points. If they're not zero, don't matter. Yeah, these aren't games where if they got one hit point, they hit weaker because they're low on blood.
Didn't want to get the guys at the end of this room?
Up to y'all. I don't care.
Well, more blood for the blood god, I guess.
We're not killing them. We're defeating them. Remember, we're heroes.
Bones for
Oh,
the
right,
bone thorn?
right.
Is that what you said?
Yes, I've played my Warhammer.
I'm too broke for Warhammer.
I'm too broke now. I still have all my figures from a decade ago. It's still fun to know the lore, though.
Oh
I think
yeah.
that's the best part of that whole thing.
Hey, kitty.
There she is.
Miss America.
All right.
Oh, I got friends behind me. Oh, and they hurt so much. Oh.
Oh, I see him. I'm coming.
Oh, no. No.
To distract him here.
Yeah, that's a lot of pain. This is a good spot to bring the horde, I suppose.
And here, yeah, come on, guys, line up here so you can miss me.
There we go. They have been mostly held.
They're distracted at least.
It's a goose.
What's going on?
No. Another fun day, Goose.
Can't tell if that's like, boy, have I had a bad time or what.
Well, we had to have a heart-to-heart with our boy today.
Which one?
Johnny.
The dumbass from yesterday?
Uh-huh.
And?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I gave him both barrels, and well, he started kind of sounding a little reasonable, and then he kind of started saying, well, you're holding them back like a new player can. You should be telling new players to spend their merits to get. So the argument was to have players use merits to get a Mako's Rage recipe or whatever have you for the proc. Whatever it's called, Mako's Bite. And I'm like, recipe, whatever. I've never heard of this before. So I had to go and look it up in the merit vendor. And it's 50 reward merits, right? So you're saying to yourself, 50 reward merits. Now that's worth at least 8 million on the auction house value. The Mako's whatever's recipes are like 50,000 each, no problem. Like, or less. Why would you ever buy the recipes for merits? You would never do it. It doesn't make any sense. And then that doesn't even count the cost of crafting them. You still need to craft the darn things, and new players aren't going to, especially if they're not using their merits for money, they ain't going to have the money to craft it. Like, no, that's all of this is terrible. This is just the terriblest idea ever. And then I said something like, obviously, if you were really dead set on getting sets very early on, then you would trade your merits for salvage, like converters, which are going for 60,000 right now. Sell them for converters, and or buy converters, then sell them, and then you would have like 8 or 9 million to buy Makos, which are going for like, I forget how many it was, but I was like, you could get maybe X number of Mako pieces or whatever. That would be the way to go. He's like, oh, okay, now I've convinced you. And I'm like, no, they haven't. I'm just telling you how silly your plan is, right? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But, yeah, that's still assuming they even had all those merits to begin with, and a level 10 person ain't going to have 50 merits, especially on the hero side. It just isn't a thing. Yeah. He's like, no, you don't understand. They could use those then to play the auction house and easily get that money. And I'm like, new players aren't wanting to learn how to play the auction house so they can just make money. and buy that Mako. And here's the thing, Mako, you can't even equip it till you're level 27. Like, okay, now this is kind of silly. And then he says something kind of derogatory, like, I forget what it was, but I was just like, okay, look, you just got through saying everyone should enjoy the game the way they want, and then you would sat there and said, okay, the way you want is not valid, and you're a dodo for doing it. I said you're, and I started like looking at the camera like as stern as I could, using some swear words just to get the point across, like. You're the one who's doing it wrong. You're the one. You say you just want people at the end of the day to have the most fun possible. But you don't understand how they can't have fun possible. I guess if they're not level 50 with the best gear set. And I said that's the point. You don't want people to have fun the way you don't want to have fun. And I said, and how can you expect people to have fun, like new people to come to the game or new people to the community, when they're playing the game they want? They're making videos about playing the game they want, and you treat them like shit. And because at the end of the day, this is MMO, and MMOs, enjoyment factor isn't just based on how fun the game is; it's also based on how fun the community is, and he's part of the community. And if you're representative of City Hero, how is that fun? It's not going to be fun for somebody. For somebody who doesn't agree with his playstyle, anyways. And so that's what I kind of told him.
Enjoy the game the way you want, as long as it's the same way I want.
Right. So then he started getting all cranky in the channel, started doing all kinds of, flooding the channel with poo emojis and stuff. So I gave Sunshine a timeout. I think he got bored and left after he realized he's going to be timed out for a while.
All right.
So that was our excitement for the day.
Fucking tool. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know who heard him when he was a kid, but somebody did.
I feel like justifiably I don't care what led to your dumb fuckery. I just don't want it around.
Well, it can't come on our server, so there's that. Whew.
That being said, I'm a little surprised you let him linger as long as you did in the YouTube.
Well, he's kicked right now. It was fun entertainment value yesterday because I was having so much fun trolling the troll.
That was hilarious to listen to.
I wasn't paying attention like the entire time. I was like, didn't realize who it was. There was somebody you'd kicked out for the longest time because I just didn't care. I was just like, okay, somebody's being stupid. And then I was like, wait a fucking minute.
Right? Like,
I started paying a little more attention to who was being stupid. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I mean, I was having fun with the trolling. So for me, that was fun yesterday. Today, I trolled for a little bit. I did do some trolling, and then I was like, okay, let's talk a little serious here, and we talked it out, and a little bit. Like I said, it felt like it was being a little productive for a while, but then when clearly his suggestions were not viable at all, that's where it kind of broke down, and so. Let's see. Roel says, I did it the wrong way, so I leveled by farming, and now I'm doing missions and badges, but it's okay. I still have to do a respec. I have 1.5 billion, so it'll be fun. I mean, I guess. I don't know what you mean by that.
Look, I disagree. I don't think you did it the wrong way by farming the levels up before you did stories. Now you just get to chill and enjoy the story content.
Oh, yeah, there's not like a wrong way with a capital W. You play the way you want, and that's cool, bro. Like, sometimes some of my characters, like this one here, this lady here, she's like level 20-ish. Okay, I didn't level this character from 1 to 20. I sat on a farm for a bit to get her to 20. And now I'll play her 20 through 50 if I like her, if I like the power sets. I'll play it 1 through 20 to be sure. And that's just the way I tend to play things, right? And then other characters I run, I'll run 1 through 50 with double XP. Other characters, I'll run 1 through 50 with no double XP, right? There's no right way or wrong way. It's whatever you enjoy doing. You could level your characters completely 1 through 50 with farms. Knock yourself out. I think it's a little silly because at that point I wonder if you're even playing the game. But you could find that fun and you do you.
Like me personally, I'm doing group content mostly to get my levels and plan on going through the stories using Ouroboros afterwards just to enjoy the actual story content as a fully leveled superhero.
Yeah. Now, I can tell you, if you want to know, why I think leveling 1 through 50 or 20 through 50 is a more fun way to go. But ultimately, you may say, well, you know what, Phil, I heard your argument, and I don't think that sounds like fun. Either because you've already done it for like 20 years and you've done it 100 times, or maybe because you just don't like leveling up characters through quest and you just want to be at 50 already. Whatever the reason is, you do you.
Kind of a biscuit. Oh, wait. Elevators? No.
Yeah, if you're having fun, you're playing the right way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my opinion.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I made the video I did today, like, if I hear one more person saying, Phil, you're telling everyone to do it this way, blah, 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 I'm just gonna ban them for life from anything that I have control over. I don't want to talk to them. Because at that point, you're definitely straw manning me, or you're lying, or whatever you want to call it. Because I never said to people, you have to do it my way. And even if I said that, it'd be insane. It wouldn't be a tenable position because I can't enforce it. It's silly.
I got a question for you. Have you done a video yet showing how to get the patron powers on the villain side?
Not yet. I probably can do that tomorrow because I do have it on the list to do, and I need to take a character or two through it. So I just need to run through Scorpions. So that'll be a fun video.
I'm actually doing that right now on Murphy.
Oh, you guys, let me take the cat back down. I'll be right back.
That's worth doing a workout.
Pets can be so demanding sometimes.
The cat's doing burpees.
Limp? Oh, jeez. Sorry, cat. My cat's bothering me now.
I have a TV tray set up next to my computer chair where my cat likes to perch and just lay around while I'm playing video games.
Yeah, I got a stool next to mine. I would put my feet up on, but the cat has decided that it's hers.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't have that. Mine's more of the, I want my attention, you come to me, pet me, and then I'm going to go sit on my stool and look out the window. Very princess-like in that way.
Mine does the, I would like attentions, please. I said attentions. Too much, bite.
Yeah.
Then also mine has the, I want my attention, you get up and pet me, but you're going to go pet me over here specifically. So, chase me.
Pet the cat, pet the cat. How dare you pet the cat?
Yeah.
All right, so Roel says, I started back in 2004 with a controller. I did everything solo. I did like 8 months before I came to level 50, so that was taking way too long, so I left for a few years. Thankfully, it's much faster nowadays, Roel. Both to level up and to solo as a controller, they've made it much faster to get through those early levels before you get your pets, if you use Arcane Bolt.
All of them.
Or you use or you use the weapons, of course, from the smart vendor can help. It's all about respect. You like respect to your buddy. Yeah, no, absolutely none for anyone that want to play a game his way. Right, exactly, Ladera. Absolutely, and again, it's kind of silly because you can't force anybody to play the game you don't want. Like, some of the people, and you guys have heard it here on this channel with some of the guests we've had. They're very high pressure, like, oh, you should do this, you should do this, Phil, you should do this. I'm like, I don't wanna. Like, I don't wanna. You can either respect that or you can't.
Some of the people. We're not naming any names, but definitely some of the
We're
people.
not naming any names, right? Not at all.
Definitely couldn't tell who that was.
He's. Yeah, no, I put him back down again because I brought him up and he kept meowing to go down. So yeah, and I don't know why it matters to them. I don't know what matters. The only thing I can think is they saw, okay, Phil's YouTube channel got pretty popular with City of Heroes people and whatever have you, so we need to control them and tell them how to do the videos and tell everyone they should he should do videos that tell people to play the game the way we want them to play the game. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, why would they care about me so much?
Because you have an audience.
Because I have an audience, exactly.
That's proven here. What was the old equation? Anonymity plus audience equals asshole?
Yeah. That in Penny Arcade way back in the day.
Oh, is that what that was from?
Yeah, GIFT, Greater Internet F1 Theory. At least that's the first place I remember seeing it.
I had no idea. It was something that I remembered and don't even know where I got it.
Yeah. We all disagree at times to show respect. Yeah, and have different tastes. Yeah, absolutely, Dara. Like, on my server, there's a couple of people who really don't agree with me, but they do so respectfully, and we have great conversations. And I still, we even have people who do +8 or ×8 +4 content, try to push solo builds, try to push team builds. And I chat with them and ask them questions all the time because I'm always learning about the game. To me, that's part of the fun.
I actually got my buddy to try the game tonight. He made a blaster because he loved Star Wars and he wanted to make something as close to a Sith sorcerer as he could. And I made a tank to go with him, and he was having fun. So I'm like, all right, dude. Where are we going? This way? Maybe. Oh, bollocks. Wait. Aha! I don't remember this building being this tall when I got in here. How am I in the super base on the 4th floor in a 2-story building? In a freaking suburb.
Well, we were talking about that last night, right? That the true villains of City of Heroes aren't the villains, it's the architects.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
My dude. What the deuce? I do find it a little funny that I took my hero, who's definitely a cop, and switched him over to being a villain, and he's still fighting bad guys as a villain. Y'all got some fucked up priorities, I'm just saying. Actually, that was the first thing that my buddy noticed. He goes, "Wait a minute, I'm a villain, and I can't even beat up the like staff over here in the hospital." No.
Yeah. I do like you get to beat up the police earlier. I mean, there's police right outside for you to beat up. So there's that.
I'm fairly certain that they're all corrupt police, though, is the thing.
No, they're purely innocent. That rogue police department. I mean, those guys work hard for a living.
I don't know. Pretty sure that a lot of them are hunting over because, like, the ones that I was beating up were all puking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy's like, "What kind of villain am I?" I'm like, "A morally awkward one."
Yeah. Yeah. That's
All right. Now, who was
wall over there.
who was saying they were having trouble having fun with Sentinels? I think somebody in the chat.
So what they're saying is they haven't played them before.
They haven't played what they're saying. They haven't played them before. Yeah, that might be it.
If you're not having fun on Sentinel, it's because you're not playing it.
Well, it depends a lot on the power set. The fact that
Yeah. I was just
picking a different power set or even a different build within the power set can really affect the play experience. So, there's a submarine.
We're gonna hop over to the sub. That's fine. Just right over
Oh,
there.
if you want to fight through stuff, I don't mind.
No, I want to hop over. I usually just hop over to sub and be done with it.
Oh,
It's all about getting my
Okay, dude.
merits.
fair.
Oh, yeah.
I tend to go for the body count.
You can go either way. I don't care. I mean, it's, you know, it's one half dozen of the other.
I support every one of these plans.
Wow, why is it all smoky here?
Sorry, that's my pathing.
Oops, wrong button.
Where's our ally
Yeah.
at? Why you in the
I don't think we
water?
can ally.
Come out of the
Yeah,
water.
I need to rest for a sec. Give me a sec. I'm half dead. The sub blew up in my face.
Well, no one
Can't
told
imagine
you
why I
to
was.
blow up the sub.
What
you
did
know?
you do to it?
Right? Exactly.
All
Those
right,
things
there
don't
you
just
are.
spontaneously blow up. It's not like a freaking Pokemon power.
Not.
I mean, they do have scuttle charges. We're going to ignore that fact, though.
That went down quick.
Yeah, I'll make them like
That's
they
what
used
you
to.
said.
8 happy little reward merits, no problemo.
Nice.
Can't argue with that.
That was pretty simple.
Little, yeah, I'm saying it's a quick 3-door. It gets you about 1 million. More than 1 million if you are willing to be patient on the auction house. So usually it's good for almost a level. So not shabby. Not shabby, not shabby. Now, sadly, I gotta get going to bed though. It is getting a wee late.
Not a
Understandable.
problem.
I know. But I hope everyone had fun tonight on the stream. Drama notwithstanding. Roll, thank you, Ladera. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Of course, my new best bud, Mr. Cloudstone, who's giving me that really cool scrapper build that I'll keep working on. We'll keep working on him, of course, and whatnot.
I can go. Oh, I said remove.
Excuse me.
There we go.
Oh yeah, and probably do a stream tomorrow. Maybe we'll see. I have a 3-day weekend because of the Martin Luther King Day, so I definitely do a stream on Mondays. So we'll see if we do a bonus stream tomorrow since I don't have to stress about going to work. But if nothing else, I'll be in the Discord server chatting with people and hanging out and stuff tomorrow at some point. So probably in the evening. You can catch me over there.
Well, thanks for having me along.
Oh yeah, thanks for being along. And
Yeah, no, thanks for the cool team.
but that's how easy they are to do, and that's what we're trying to get you guys watch on the stream too. Especially like that's how we're trying to get the dynamic duos together. You just go to Ouroboros, pick a mission, do it together. That's it. It's that easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and see how that works for you.
You get some support and get some damage together a lot faster than either one alone.
Yeah.
Don't need a full team of 8.
Or better yet, you do a blaster and a sentinel with bioweem weapons. And you just watch things melt from disintegration.
I've seen all blaster teams just absolutely melt through task forces. You don't need defense if everything dies that quick.
Defender teams have 2 statuses. They're dead or the enemies are dead. There's no happy in between.
Yep.
All right, I should probably take off and get something to eat here. You guys all have a good one.
Yep, you too. Take care. I'm going to head out as well.
Well, thank you all for the run, and you'll definitely
Thanks for the stream, and thanks for having us along.
see me soon.